The following is a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic sports on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Centennial, otherwise known as Northwest Ankeny, tonight. Welcome.
Yeah, another easy game, right?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, this is actually exciting to me. I was talking with a couple of the coaches earlier tonight, and we used to always joke about, I said this the other night, it's almost like a rock fight because Ankeny Centennial's defense is always so solid. And I said, since I moved back to Iowa, they always talk about the death and taxes and Ankeny Centennial defense, and I don't know which one's the hardest to deal with. So it's a good challenge for the Maroons tonight.
It certainly will be. And as you mentioned, Scott, Ankeny's defense. We'll start with the Hall of Fame coach Scott DeYoung is who you're referring to, and he's in his 10th year here at Ankeny Centennial, 10th year as a school. And Coach Bob Fontana, the boys coach, also has been here 10 years, the existence of the school. But Coach DeYoung been a coach for 34 years. This year's group giving up probably a state best 22 points a game is what they allow while scoring nearly 60 points. And that'll be tough tonight for the Dowling offense. Now the Maroons coming off a loss to the Valley Tigers on Tuesday night in the game you heard right here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network as Valley defeated Dowling 59-48 the Valley Gym. The Maroons come in with a record of 1-2, but they're going to struggle. I think we're going to see struggling teams. Both teams struggle maybe to get in the 30s tonight. If you're getting in the 40s, right, you're probably going to win.
Right.
But it's that type of rock fight that you've described,
right,
Scott.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. Everybody's excited about the new shot clock, right? But for a team like Centennial, they're looking like, hey, we only have to guard for 35 seconds at most because they're usually fundamental.
Sure.
They don't give up the
Sure.
second chance points. And so, I mean, it can work to your benefit, though, because it can hurry them up on offense. They're always been deliberate. I mean, when in the 5 years I was on the coaching staff, we'd come over here and sometimes they'd hold that ball for 2 minutes before they got the shot they wanted. And that just really wears on you. And then if you don't rebound, it could go a little bit longer before you know it, half the quarter's done on a couple possessions. So, they make you run your offense, and you have to learn to be patient and take care of the ball. And, if you do that, then you have a great chance to have success. The one thing I've always impressed on is their on-ball defense seems to be better than almost everybody's. And while we teach help defense as coaches, it's always better if you don't have to rely on it. And they do a good job where, for Dowling the other night, if they got beat on the drive, people are having to come help, which leaves someone open if you don't rotate, which leads to second chance points, offensive rebounds, and that just frustrates you even more. So it'll be interesting to see Dowling's on-ball defense. Coaches said they had a couple good practices the other night, but, Centennial just challenges you so much in those areas.
And they're going to do that tonight no matter who their opponent is. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet here on the pregame show from the Centennial Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. And you look who you're replacing. Well, for Dowling, they're replacing Emma Gipple, who's now playing college softball at the next level down in South Florida. And you look at her numbers from a year ago with Emma. Double-double in points and rebounds. 25 blocks led the team. Field goal percentage, 52%. But that double-double, she averaged more rebounds than points. And that is what the Maroons are looking for, especially when you're going up against these top 10 teams, as Centennial is tonight.
Right. In the years that I coached, the 25 years plus, what I always tried to stress to teams are if you could, a lot of times people get infatuated with all these nuances and what you can do, but realistically, to break it down, if you could hold a team to one challenge shot every time down, your percentages of winning are so much greater because they're not getting second chance points. They're shooting contested shots. And, really, that goes to start your on-ball defense, right? And if you can do a great job there and force them into mistakes, then you get into your comfort zone. And, that's really what you want to do tonight. You want to turn what they do well against them.
And for Centennial, they have two starters from their team last year that lost to the runner-up team in the state, West Waterloo, in the first round of state. But Centennial loses Cleo Murray, who's going to Missouri Western to play basketball down in St. Joseph, Missouri, and Ellie Street, who's a two-sport athlete at Simpson College in soccer and basketball. Those are two starters that graduated. And coming back, Avery Porter, now a 3-year starter for Coach DeYoung, and McKenna Clark, a 2-year starter. Porter going to William Jewell, and McKenna Clark going to Wayne State. And then a move-in, Maya Crawford. Her dad, Eric, played up at UNI back in the day. Well, Maya started as a freshman last year for Cedar Falls, led them in rebounds and steals, and didn't do bad in other categories like assists and block shots. Well, she comes and moves to Des Moines because her dad got a job change. He's now working at Iowa State University, and now he's got a third starter that's just learning the system.
Right.
And be interesting watching Maya Crawford, number 5, as a guard.
Yeah, and again, everything to me when I watched them through the 6 years that I've been back in the state, everything is predicated off their defense. So if you come in and you show you can play defense, you're going to play because the offense is going to come, right? I mean, they create offense off their defense. And, this is one of the things, like, if you do turn it over against them, you obviously want it to be dead ball turnovers because then they don't get out and get easy baskets. And so, I mean, that's a couple years in a row where Centennial's gotten a couple good transfers. I believe last year they had the girl from North Polk that transferred over.
And the young lady from Ames 2 years ago.
Yeah, so they've really done a great job. And, I mean, whoever comes there, they're playing defense. And, this year I believe they're led by Kennedy White, who's their senior center.
That transferred from Ames a couple years ago. You're right. Yep. So.
And she's shooting 59% from the field and 54 from three. Or no, I'm sorry, not from three. 76 from the free throws. Sorry about that. She hasn't taken any threes on the year, but she's doing an amazing job for them inside, which is problematic for the young Maroons because that puts pressure on our inside players right away, and they're so young, so they're learning. And she's a senior, and she's going to really stress that internal defense tonight.
All right, other games going on in the CIML tonight. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders, and it starts with number 2 Johnston, just down the street and over a little bit east at Ankeny, and that is number 2 versus number 9 there. That's a 6:15 tip-off, girl-boy doubleheader. Number 5 Valley at Waukee Northwest in a girl-boy doubleheader. Number 12 Waukee at number 8 Southeast Polk in a girls matchup in a girl-boy doubleheader. And in the Metro Conference, number 14 North at number 10 Roosevelt for the Metro schools. Urbandale at Marshalltown in a non-conference tilt. The Iowa Alliance is where Marshalltown's at now, and the CIML is where Urbandale is. Hoover's at Ottumwa, and Lincoln at East are some of the games going on. Tomorrow, in girls action, Lincoln is at Waukee Northwest. That'll get underway at 4:30 at Northwest High School. And the boys contest, top 10 matchups. Number 1 Waukee at number 7 Linn-Mar tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 in Marion. And number 5 Hoover at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That'll be a 3:30 start tomorrow afternoon at Kennedy High School in Cedar Rapids. So some of the games that are kind of going on early before Christmas games there, Scott.
It's going to be interesting. I'm actually interested to see what Waukee Northwest is going to do in their second year with Coach Guest. He does a good job, and going to a new school, you're going to have some rebuilding to do, and you're coming off a state championship like he did, and with tremendous players. So again, the CIML, how many of our teams are ranked? It's every night's going to be you're not getting any days off, it doesn't seem like. So. Well,
let's segue to rank. I was going to take a break here, and we will here in a moment. I want to thank Jennifer Phelps. She is our studio producer tonight. Mark Emmerdale, Scott Babinat here on the pregame show on Iowa Catholic Radio. Number 1 ranked team in 5A is West Waterloo. They were runner-up last year because the second-ranked team right now is Johnson. They defeated Waterloo West 51-31 in the 5A championship game. They just flipped the numbers in the preseason rankings. Ankeny Centennial is 3rd. Now, these rankings came out yesterday, so this is actually the second rankings of the year. 4th is Pleasant Valley, and 5th is West Des Moines Valley. 6 through 10 has Dowling Catholic at number 6, Iowa City West, Southeast Polk, Ankeny, and Roosevelt at number 10. 11 through 15 has Davenport North, Waukee, Iowa City Liberty, Des Moines North at 14, and Linn-Mar of Marion at number 15. So you ask, I provide, Scott.
Yeah, it's just amazing the dominance of the CIML throughout. And I mean, Waterloo West, don't get me wrong, they're going to be tremendous again this year, and they've just constantly build, and they have a legendary coach there as well. So it's going to be a fun year of girls basketball, and the teams that stay healthy and keep constantly improve throughout the year, and your resume might look tough, but if you grow enough throughout the end of the year, right, this CIML will test you enough to where you're ready to go in any matchup that you have.
All right, we'll take a break here in the pregame show. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. Studio producer is Jennifer Phelps. We'll return with our starting lineups. It's Dowling and Ankeny Centennial from Centennial High School here in Ankeny, and you're listening to the pregame show on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And welcome back to the pregame show here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Dowling at Centennial High School here in Northwest Ankeny, alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. I don't know how the Ankeny fans that may be tuning in like that. Northwest Ankeny, South Ankeny, with Old Ankeny as South Ankeny. But, hey, it is what it is, and we're here tonight. Great matchup. Going to have a great crowd for this game. Top 10 matchup, 6th-ranked Dowling and 3rd-ranked Ankeny Centennial in this girls' game. Scott, looking forward to this.
Yeah, they always fill this place up for Friday nights, and especially if Dowling's here. It's just a tremendous environment for kids to play in, and you just look forward to it. It's just these Friday night games. I mean, the other night was pretty good too, but this is even more people to play in front of tonight.
Yep, and these are all home and home games because they're all in the same conference, right. The CIML. If you didn't listen last week, this is a 9-team CIML conference. The other 10 teams split off and are called the Iowa Alliance, and that's the 5 Des Moines public schools, along with Ottumwa, East Waterloo, who joined the league. Marshalltown, Ames, Fort Dodge. I got to go along Highway 30 here and move my way up to Fort Dodge, and then Mason City. That is now called the Iowa Alliance, and the Des Moines area suburban schools, which include both Ankeny schools, both Waukee schools, Valley, Dowling, Urbandale, Johnston, Southeast Polk, are now the CIML 9-team conference.
Right. I don't think the teams will miss the trips up north, though.
You do. I know you do. Those late up to Mason City, especially a Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday nights and cold, and you're hoping you don't spill all the pizza on the way home on the bus because you got to clean it up, and then who takes all the extras home.
That's why I rode separately, by the way, when I could. All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup before we go to our break. And reminder, when we do go to break, we'll have our pregame prayer from Father Reed Flood, the Dowling chaplain, along with Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School. We'll have a word from him coming up. But right now, the starting lineups for the Dowling Catholic Maroons, they come in with a record of 1-2 and 6th rank. The head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 7th year, 107 wins, 35 losses, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. You know those 3 people that I just mentioned a little bit.
I do. I miss them.
They didn't say they missed you, Scott.
No, I know. And there's a reason for that.
There might be a reason for that. We're working on that. All right, Dowling will start the same lineup they had against the Valley. At one guard, Layla Tritton, a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 12.5 points, 2.5 rebounds and assists. Layla will wear number 15. The other guard is Julia Moore, a 5'6" senior, averaging 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 21. And the point guard is Ava Zediker for Dowling Catholic, a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 22.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. Leads the team with 5 made threes. She'll wear number 13. And at one forward for Dowling Catholic, a 5'10" sophomore, Ellie Olson, averaging 1 point, 2.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 5. And finally at center for the Maroons, Lauren Frericks, 5'10" senior, averaging 5.5 points, 3 rebounds. She'll wear number 25. So it'll be Zediker, Tritton, Moore, the 3 guards, with Olson and Frericks. Off the bench for Dowling tonight, we expect to see Marin Heller, 5'3" sophomore, along with Ellie Muller, a 6'1" freshman, and Alex Gaskell, a 6'1" sophomore. Maroons come in averaging 58.7 points on offense, and they give up 57.3 points on defense. And now for the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, their record is 4-0. They're ranked number 3 in Class 5A this week. They come in averaging 59.5 points on offense, giving up 22 points on defense. Their head coach is Scott DeYoung in his 10th year here at Centennial. 161 wins, 51 losses, and a 76% winning percentage. As he's been coaching over 34 years, has well over 685 wins. He's assisted by Dave Runchie, Rachel Hinder-Smith, Andy Fain, and Denny Albertser. And the Jags will start this lineup at point guard, McKenna Clark, a 5'7" senior, averaging 8 points a contest. She'll wear number 11. The second guard is Avery Porter. Avery is a 3-year starter, a 5'6" senior, averaging 4.5 points, 4.5 assists, and she'll wear number 10. The third guard is a transfer from Cedar Falls, Maya Crawford, 5'8" sophomore, averaging 8 points and 8.5 rebounds. Leads the team with 10 steals. She'll wear number 5. And the fourth guard will be Jaden Pratt, 5'8" sophomore, averaging 7.5 points, 8 rebounds. Pratt will wear number 4. And the center for Centennial is Kennedy White, transfer from Ames, a 6'1" senior, averaging 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Off the bench for the Jags will be Ava Martin, a 5'4" sophomore, along with Tilly Smith, their leading scorer off the bench, a 5'4" sophomore, averaging 5 points. And we may see Maisie Smith, her sister, a 5'7" freshman, in the lineup. So again, for Centennial, it's Clark, Porter, Crawford, Pratt, the 4 guards, along with the center, Kennedy White, as we're just about set for basketball. But first, we'll take a break. We come back. We'll have our tip-off between Dowling and Centennial. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood. Along with Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Back for the tip-off. It's Dowling and Centennial here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym after these messages on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from CTO. 2023 is just around the corner, and that means time to do taxes. Reduce or eliminate paying Iowa income taxes and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These credits are going fast, so reserve yours today. Online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their future.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And welcome back to the Centennial Gym here in Ankeny. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. Great job by the Centennial Marching Band with our national anthem here in the gym. And Scott, it's Dowling and Ankeny Centennial, 2 top 6 teams in the state in Class 5A. And it was a battle a year ago, low-scoring game. It was kind of grinded out. This year, the shot clock. Will that make a difference? Will it not? We're going to find out.
We definitely will. You know, and the team that controls the rebounding, I think, will have a huge advantage here. And Centennial obviously is going to run their offense and be patient. Dowling likes to get out, so in order to get out and run and get the easy baskets, they are going to have to rebound better than they did on Tuesday night, where they gave up double digits in offensive rebounds. So we'll see how that goes tonight, and that'll have a huge impact on this game. Also, controlling the turnovers, valuing the ball is going to be so important, and we'll see. I mean, this young team's got some growth to do. So.
And bench will be a big part of this contest,
Yes.
As we know. Our officials tonight, Scott Cook, he's going to toss the ball in the air, along with T.J. Augustine and Todd Richards. Tip up controlled by the Jaguars, and they shoot and score right off the bat. A basket by Avery Porter, and that's the only time you can run that play is on the tip, and they did it to perfection.
And they're picking up full court.
Yeah, full court man-to-man, Dowling with the ball. Set the Dowling offense, if you will. The Maroons left to right in front of us. There's now a corner 3 up and good by Layla Tritton to get things started. Dowling leading by 1, 3-2.
That was a nice drive and kick there. Real patient, you know. I mean, it was early in the shot clock, but they got the shot they wanted, and Centennial doesn't give up open shots that often. Oh,
nice deflection and nearly throwing it away. Ellie Olsen with a good defensive help that time. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Centennial basketball. Dowling again with their 3-guard offense. Ava Zedeker, Layla Tritton, 2 sophomores, and Julia Moore, the senior, along with Ellie Olsen, a sophomore, and the center, Lauren Frerichs, a senior. That's the starting five for Dowling. For Centennial, who has the ball right now, off the deflection by Dowling, it's a four-guard offense. McKenna Clark, Avery Porter, Maya Crawford, and Jaden Pratt. The center is Kennedy White. 13 on the shot clock. Centennial with the ball. A long three coming up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound slapped around and picked up by Kennedy White, and a whistle and a foul underneath on Dowling as Zediker had it momentarily, but White swiped it from her, and a foul on Dowling.
Yeah, the offense here, I mean, Lauren Frerichs is doing a good job on Kennedy White right now, getting to the spot, trying to push her off that spot a little bit. She got that putback opportunity here off the foul.
So White at the line, a 76% free throw shooter on the year. First one rolls off the rim. Must have got the announcer's jinx. That sometimes has been known to happen. More times than not, it's to the home team more so than anything else. Foul was on.
I believe it was.
Because
I believe it was Frerichs.
Frerichs with the foul. We'll give it to her. White makes the second free throw. We're tied at 3. Dowling and Centennial. For Lauren, that is her first foul. They didn't post it up on the board, and now Frerichs in the corner for 3. It's good. So the Maroons come out hot. They're 2 for 2 and both from threes, and Dowling with a 6-3 lead early.
And they're picking up man-to-man on the point guard as well. They've gotten both the shots that they've wanted so far, knocking them down.
Dowling stays man-to-man. You mentioned, Scott, Centennial playing man-to-man in the lane. Jaden Pratt shot too strong, no good. Dowling with the rebound. 3-on-2 fast break. And Julia Moore down court, and a foul on Ankeny Centennial. That'll be on Avery Porter, her first. Team foul number 1 on the Jaguars.
And already Dowling's running their offense the way they want. They got the rebound, they get and go, and makes their offense and opportunities so much easier to get out and get some easy scores.
And Scott, I'm going to use the word spacing because
Yes.
the Maroons are, when you have good spacing, which means the wings go out almost near the three-point line, that opens up a lot for around the lane, and Dowling has done that to perfection thus far. Zediker for 3, up and rolls around, no good, knocked out of bounds. And they say off the Centennial, Julia Moore crashed in the boards, but she out-dueled Maya Crawford, and Dowling will inbound underneath their own basket here, Scott.
Great sign early. The Maroons are competing at the level that Centennial demands.
Bad pass that time as they try to hit the Maroons on a flex cut that tight. That was Layla Tritton that was going through the lane, and Olsen threw it away.
It was a little high there.
Just a bit, they say a little bit outside in the
Right.
baseball term, but that was high. Now near steal by Zediker, and Ava thought that deflected right off of the of Maya Crawford, which it did not apparently.
She jumped that past the lane really well. The Maroons look a little more fresh tonight. They're attacking on defense. So far, their on-ball defense has been good.
Yep, Dowling coming off the loss to us at Valley on Tuesday night, 59-48. And that was probably the largest margin for the game as far as scoring. They looked like they were tired. Now Centennial with a 3. Up and good by McKenna Clark. That is her 8th 3 of the year. She leads the team in threes. And it's tied at 6. And now a steal by Clark. McKenna down court underneath with the left hand. Up and good. It's Maya Crawford, the transfer from Cedar Falls, with her first basket. And Ankeny Centennial with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, this game's a little more up and down than what we probably thought it would be early on.
Whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Centennial. Ellie Olsen will pick up the foul. And now Dowling will inbound the ball. Full court. Man-to-man pressure by Centennial. I would call it token pressure, just letting you know they're there.
Right.
Maroons run their dribble drive with the weave. There's Zediker, top of the key. Works one-on-one, now gets it over in the wing. This is Tritton with it, won't shoot it. Nice defense that time by Pratt. They work underneath, and Pratt with the near steal, and finally out of bounds. They'll give it to Dowling. They try to work it inside to Ellie Olsen, but she was well defended.
Yeah, they are collapsing inside very well, and that's, in that case, you maybe jump stop, fake the pass, and hit the outlet to the wide open 3.
For substitution of the night, Maren Heller will check in for Julia Moore. Heller, the sophomore, averaging 5 points, 3.5 rebounds. Here's Zediker with it, dribbles the left block, double team, kicks it back out. And here's Tritton with it underneath. The shot is up And is that a shot clock violation? They know they say it hit the rim, and now whistles go. We got 3 seconds in the lane on Dowling.
That was confusing. It was like a whistle or something went off and hesitated and held the ball in the lane after the offensive rebound.
Well, Coach DeYoung didn't react because if the ball hits the rim and the shot clock horn goes off, which it will, obviously, when it gets to 0, you just play on, and that was a play on, and you just ignore the whistle or the horn, rather.
Right. Yeah, that was a confusion, though. Is like I think they thought a referee's whistle went off, not the.
And hats off the kids. They understood that and played right through. And now Centennial with the ball. Long three. Banks it off the glass. Good. Avery Porter with her 5th point. And Centennial opens up a 5-point lead. 11-6 over Dowling. 4.5 to go first quarter. In the lane. Pull-up jumper no good by Zediker. Fight for the rebound. And coming away with it is Clark. And Centennial leads a fast break. Down court to Crawford. Her shot up. No good. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. Tritton will pick it up. That'll be her first. And Crawford to the line for the Jaguars.
And right now, Centennial's on an 8-0 run. And they're getting up and down the court. Again, you don't want to have those turnovers or those quick shots that turn into offense the other way.
Dowling led 6-3. And as you mentioned, it's been an 8-0 run by Centennial. Free throws coming for Crawford. First one is no good. Maya Crawford. 5'8" sophomore, transferred from Cedar Falls. She started every game for the Tigers last year and averaged 11.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. Led the team in rebounds, assists, steals, and blocked shots as a freshman. Second free throw no good, and then she transfers. Her dad in the job change and gets right into the Hall of Fame coach his program, and Scott DeYoung, and is just kind of feeling her way through after the first, now this is game number 5 for Centennial, and she looks like she's fitting right in. And now Zediker for 3, good. That stops the 8-0 run by Centennial from the left ring.
They're coming right back at them
with their first 3, and now Centennial down court, and they put it inside.
Yeah, they're coming right back. This is a little bit different attacking style that we're seeing from Centennial than what we've seen in the past.
That's Kennedy White with the basket. Is immediately after the Dowling 3, they transitioned, did Centennial, and got White a shot in the right block. Dowling with the ball, trailing 14-9, 3.5 to go. Zediker in the lane, and a whistle and a foul called on Pratt. And on Jaden, that'll be her first. Jaden Pratt came off the bench last year as a freshman, starting this year as a sophomore. Picks up the foul for the Jags.
Yeah, that was a nice hesitation dribble by Ava. She came off, and Kennedy White was sitting in the lane waiting for her. She hesitated on her dribble, and White stepped away, and then she attacked again. So that was a good take on her part.
Substitution for Centennial, Finley Blackmore, 5'9" sophomore, averaging 6 points coming into the lineup, and sitting down will be Maya Crawford. Also sitting down for Centennial, Kennedy White, as the Jags have brought in Ava Martin, number 1, a 5'4" sophomore. Second free throw good by Zediker. She now has 5 points here in the first quarter for Dowling. 14-11 is our score. Jaguars by 3 over the Maroons. Mark Amadeo and Scott Babinet here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Jennifer Phelps is our studio producer. Now a charging foul called against Ava Martin.
That was a great job by Julia Moore challenging the dribble, and got up and cut her off, and she kept going through and kind of threw the elbow out, and Julia took it.
That's good defense there. We're going to see that a lot tonight. These teams kind of clawed their way to a 10-point Centennial win. The only time they met last year was here at the Centennial Gym on senior night of all nights. All right, Dowling with the ball. Centennial still in man-to-man. Now Heller in the corner for 3. It's up off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound, Dowling, put back up, good by Ellie Moore, the freshman. How about that? And a rebound and put back.
That was a great job of following up there, and she didn't hesitate going back up. Marion held her shot just a little bit. She hesitated, but it fell right back to Ellie.
14-13, Centennial by 1. 2:40 remaining, first quarter from the Ankeny Jaguar Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. Now the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover against the Jags. As substitutions for Dowling, Alex Gaskell checking in. Sitting down will be Lauren Frericks. The Maroons making their rotations.
I really like the way Dowling's coming out and challenging defensively right now, making passes difficult and difficult angles. Teams want to get to certain spots on the floor, and they're pushing them off about a step and a half, and that makes it a little bit different and harder to handle.
Now a backdoor cut by Zediker. Shot up and good. The assist to Marin Heller.
That was a beautiful read right there. Centennial likes to take the passing lane away, so you drive at that and back cut and get a lot of easy chances that way.
Now Centennial launches a three. It's no good by Finley Blackmore. Ball goes out of bounds to Dowling with 2:04 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling by 1, 15-14. Jaguars with 14 fouls, Dowling with 2. Jags will put pressure in the backcourt. Just token man-to-man pressure. It's called token, then it's called in-your-face pressure. They haven't done that yet.
Right.
Dowling with the ball.
Weren't we thinking this might be the halftime score?
Well, I think that thing called the shot clock, which really hasn't come into effect yet, could happen. And now a bad pass by Zediker as she missed Gaskell with it. But Dowling with the steal in the backcourt by Julia Moore and goes in for the layup and is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Centennial, and they're going to get Blackmore with the foul. Finley, a 5'9 sophomore, commits her first foul, and that's team foul number 5 on the Jags here in the first quarter. First free throw good by Julia Moore.
The Maroons look so much more active tonight. A lot more energy coming in tonight,
Maybe it was the Thanksgiving hangover. Who knows?
Maybe. It was a rough game up there, and then, it got rough a little bit the other night. So,
second free throw by Moore is good. She has her first 2 points tonight. Julia Moore, 5'6" senior for Dowling. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett here in game 1, the girls' game. Dowling 17, Centennial 14. Not anymore. Long three up and good by Finley Blackmore. That is her first 3 of the night, her 7th of the year, and we're tied at 17. So Dowling's 3-point lead was short-lived, and now Moore dribbling into traffic, stolen away by Crawford. Maya with the steal, and Dowling comes back, and Ellie Olson commits the foul, and that'll be her second, I believe. And that'll put Olson at the line Crawford at the line for Centennial. Crawford, a 5'8 sophomore. And she's already 1 for 2 at the line in this contest. She'll have 2 free throws here.
Yeah, that's the 5th turnover by the Maroons in this quarter. They need to slow that down because they're just running right back at them.
First free throw good by Maya Crawford. She's now 2 out of 3 at the line tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. Now's the time, Coach. You can start thinking about the 2-for-1, my favorite of the new shot clock era in both the boys and girls. So, minute 12 remaining in the quarter. Second free throw is no good. Rebound Dowling and Marin Heller. Dowling in the front court.
At this rate, each team's going to get 3 more possessions.
Heller takes it down the lane. Her shot's no good and drew the foul. Foul will be on Tilly Smith. This is who Coach DeYoung told me the other day, very high on. Tilly, a 5'4 sophomore. Instant offense off the bench, shooting 54% from 2-point range and 55% from 3-point range, averaging 5 points. And here's Heller at the line for Dowling, and her first free throw is no good. This is her first free throw of the season right now for Marin.
Her ball handling skills off the bench are really helpful to maintaining a good flow in the offense, and it gets Ava off the ball so she doesn't have to do so much and opens up a chance for her to get her own shot as well.
First free throw is no good by Marin. Second free throw good. We're tied at 18 with a minute to play here in the first quarter. Now Centennial lobs the ball inside, and they try to get it to Blackmore, I believe, and rather Kennedy White, and they couldn't do it, so it goes out of bounds off of Dowling.
The help side came over quick on that by Layla Tritton, and that was they're recognizing well tonight. Not that we didn't expect that they'd be prepared. I know the coaches were disappointed the other night, and they were talked about how good and focused the practices. All 3 of coaches told me tonight they had 2 good practices. So,
all right, Porter with it now. Centennial running their dribble weave, and now they get a shot off the glass, too strong, no good. Rebound Dowling and Layla Tritton. Skip pass, far corner to Frericks, up top to Heller. 25 seconds on the game clock, and a shot is up and no good in the baseline by the Maroons. Rebound Centennial, and they'll have the final possession apparently here of the quarter with 15 seconds remaining here, Scott.
Well, we got 2 of the 3 possessions for each team.
Not bad.
Not bad.
We kind of mentioned that at the minute 10 mark. And now underneath, a shot up and no good by Maya Crawford, and she'll go back to the free throw line. Fouls on Dowling. Frericks picks up the foul. That is her second. So both Frericks and Olsen have 2 fouls each.
Yeah, that could be troublesome. The bench girls coming in to play the post will be very instrumental in this game.
Crawford at the line. First free throw, no good. Maya, a 54% free throw shooter. And tonight, she is 2 for 5. Trying to make this one, make it now 3 for 6. Free throw is good. 19-18 Centennial, 1 second remaining, and Zedeker off the glass, no good at the horn, and we've come to the end of the first quarter here at Ankeny Centennial High School with the score. Ankeny Centennial 19, Dowling Catholic 18 in this girls contest. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute, along with Scott Babinet. This is Mark Amadale here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The next Man Up West Power Lunch is Friday, December 9th at noon, St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines with Cy Kellett, host of Catholic Answers Live. Lunch will be provided by Chick-fil-A, or you can bring your own. Learn more and register at iowacatholicradio.com. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742, Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hello, this is Father Kyle Digman from St. Thomas Aquinas Parish in Ames, Iowa. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym here in Northwest Ankeny alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. And we've come to the end of the first quarter of the girls contest. Dowling trailing 19-18. The Maroons went 5 out of 6 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Centennial just 4 out of 8, Scott. And as both teams kind of feeling each other out, Dowling's largest lead was 3 points in the first quarter. Centennial's largest lead was 5.
Right, and then Dowling 5 for 11 from the field, and Centennial 6 for 10. The big stat coming out right now is Dowling with 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's something that I noticing in the stats. The Maroons averaging 16.5 turnovers through 3 games, and now the Maroons with the corner 3 as they get possession first here in the second quarter, and it's no good. Rebound Centennial down quarter, shot up and no good by Avery Porter. Drew the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the Maroons are going to have to get back on defense. They're just driving and they're not even stopping, and they're going for their 10th free throws here, I believe.
Yeah, this will be free throws number 9 and 10, and at the line will be Avery Porter. And her first free throw rolls in and out, no good. Now the good news is for Ankeny, they are now 4 of 9 at the line.
Right, and Dowling, they need to get to the line because they're 5 for 6. So let's.
Second free throw is good by Avery Porter. She has 6 points. Maya Crawford with 5 points in the first half. McKenna Clark 3 points. Finley Blakemore off the bench with 3. And Kennedy White with 3 points for Centennial. Dowling with the basketball. Ankeny starting to extend their defense a little bit. Now Zedeker for 3. Top of the key is good. Ava Zedeker.
That was a nice step back jumper right there. You know, Dowling's not really forcing too much tonight. They are, they're kicking off their drives. They're not getting stuck like the other night and trying to pass through people. And then that was a nice little dribble to the side, kick, step back, and she just nailed that one.
Zedeker with 10 points. Now Centennial with the basketball down the lane. Avery Porter with the left hand, shot up and good. Avery now 8 points in the contest, 22-21. Centennial by 1 as both teams exchange leads here with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Now Julia Moore loses control of the basketball. Centennial with the steal, and in the front court, McKenna Clark with it.
Yeah, the intensity and physicality of this game is starting to pick up.
Maya Crawford with it. She'll get the Centennial offense going. Kennedy White now left side over to Avery Porter. Porter Guarded by Ellie Olson. They work the right side. This is Jaden Pratt. Underneath, leaves it for Crawford. Her shot no good, and we got a whistle and a foul on the rebound on Dowling. Let's see if they get Zediker or Olson with the foul. Zediker will pick up the foul.
They were talking about it a little bit there.
Yeah, her first foul. Team foul number 5 on Dowling. Or check that, number 6 on Dowling. Centennial also with 16 fouls, so we'll be shooting bonus the rest of the half. 22-21, Centennial by 1. Jags with the basketball.
What's really impressive on defense for these teams is how much screen and roll is happening, and they're both navigating really well on defense tonight. You know, fighting through or helping and, you know, opening up to help on that and then getting back to their man.
Here's a turnover as Porter tried to drive and it's stolen away by Julia Moore. And now Heller thought Zediker was there and she wasn't. Ava had to go get it and she did. So Dowling keeps the possession. In the corner it goes for the Maroons. A shot up and no good by Ellie Olson. Scramble for the rebound, and coming away with it is Kennedy White. And now Centennial with it in transition. They nearly throw it away as her teammate Avery Porter wasn't looking, but it stayed in bounds.
Yeah, when Marin came around that baseline, the corner girl dove in middle instead of staying there.
All right, Centennial with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. With it is Jaden Pratt. Works the left side. Her shot up and good. The basket will count. And a foul on Dowling. That'll be Ellie Olson's third foul, I believe. We'll see. Nope, her second foul. So that is good news for Dowling fans.
Yeah, she was just a step behind on that. I mean, they're shading left, but you have to move your feet and beat the dribbler to the spot.
So Pratt with her first basket of the night for Centennial, and she is their leading free throw shooter on the year and hits the free throw for the and one. So she now has 3 points, shooting 78% on the year. 25-21. The Centennial lead is now 4 over Dowling. 5 minutes remaining. Second quarter. Glad you could join us. We'll have the boys' game to follow here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling and Ankeny Centennial in the lane. A shot with the right hand, no good by Zediker. And the rebound cleared out there by Centennial and Jaden Pratt.
The ball movement for Dowling has kind of slowed down. I think there was a no pass possession.
And we got a whistle and a foul as in the lane, a tie-up. They're going to whistle a foul on Dowling.
Layla Tritton.
That'll be Layla Tritton's second foul. And 18 foul on Dowling. Going to the free throw line as she was tied up going to the basket was Jaden Pratt. She'll have, I think they're going to give her 2 shots here, Scott, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was 1-on-1. 1-on-1.
It is 1-on-1. All right. So Pratt, 78% free throw shooter on the year, leading.
Yeah, they definitely do not want to put her on the line. The defense needs to settle in again, start moving their feet, being active on ball defense. It's kind of breaking down this quarter as opposed to the first quarter. I thought, the first quarter the problem was transition defense. This in the half court now is becoming an issue.
Well, 2 coaches are, we said it was a 1-and-1, and she made the first free throw. The kids all, we're going to inbound the ball. Officials had to stop. No, it's a 1-and-1.
Right.
So now she made the second free throw. Did Pratt, and it's a 26-21 game. And now in the corner, a 3-pointer up and good by the Maroons. And once again, Lauren Frericks with her second 3 of the night.
Again, good spacing, as you spoke to earlier. That drive at the elbow, and they have to come help. And that opened Lauren right up.
26-24, Centennial by 2. Centennial's largest lead was 5, both in the first quarter and a few moments ago here in the second quarter. Dowling stays man-to-man, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Crawford with it for the Jaguars. Works the left side against Zediker. Her shot in the lane, up too strong. Fight for the rebound, and Zediker comes away with it. 2-on-2 fast break. Zediker in the lane. Her shot up, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. And they will give it to Dowling. And Zediker went in there hard and avoided contact.
She did. It looked a little awkward going to the left and trying to flip it up back with her right hand, and rather than maybe jump stopping and attacking with a stronger position there.
Into the Dowling lineup is Alex Gaskell, number 45. Also staying in there is Lauren Frericks. There's the 2 posts. Julia Moore in there for Dowling. Here's Zedeker, and then Maren Heller waiting on the corner. Zedeker fakes the three. Can't get a shot off. Great defense that time by Crawford in the lane. A shot off the glass, good. Fouls on Crawford. The basket will count, and Dowling to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead.
Now, that was the way you want to attack. She attacked strong, got to where she wanted to be, and just rolled her right in.
12 points now for Ava Zedeker. She has a chance at the free throw. Foul on Crawford, her first. And we're tied at 26 with 3:39 left to go here in the second quarter from the Dowling gym. Free throw good by Zedeker. She now has 13 points to lead Dowling in scoring.
Yeah, Dowling's done a good job of fighting back. Centennial stretched it a little bit, and then they come right back. They just keep attacking. They're not backing down tonight. It's really a good sign to see tonight.
Ava Martin in there for Centennial. Leaves it for Pratt. Now to Porter. Now in the corner for three. It's no good by Finley Blackmore. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker with it. Leaves it for Moore for three. Right wing. It's no good. And rebounded it on the weak side was Finley Blackmore of Centennial. Now we've got a timeout called by Scott DeYoung. He actually went on the floor.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can. If you're Scott DeYoung, you're a Hall of Fame coach. And he was yelling, didn't hear him, and he went to the baseline official and said, hey, we want a timeout. We'll keep it here. With 3 minutes to go in the half, 27-26, Dowling by one. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. They got to have a little bit of fun. Hey, who's the guy down there keeping the numbers? They look pretty good thus far. Is that James James Helming?
James Helming, my friend from Nevada now. We worked together in California the years and we coached together at Valley Christian High School out in the Tri-Valley for 2 or 3 years, and then become lifelong friends. So
awesome.
He's moved out here recently and helped me out tonight.
That is awesome. Well, he's helping us out and keeping the numbers. We appreciate James doing that. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, along with Construction Professionals and Dental Associates. Reminder, other games going on in the CIML tonight. Johnson at Ankeny, just down the road here. Number 2 Johnson and number 9 Ankeny in the girls contest. Valley's at Waukee Northwest. What a boys game. Number 3 versus number 2. Waukee is at Southeast Polk. Urbandale at Marshalltown in non-division play. And we're back to action. Ankeny Centennial out of the timeout. Here's McKenna Clark with it on the baseline. Leaves it for Martin. And skip pass over in the corner. Jaden Pratt too strong. Out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. Maroons leading by 1. A chance to extend their lead. The Maroons' largest lead tonight has been 3. Centennial's largest lead has been 5 points twice. So it's been a nip and tuck game, as they say, Coach.
It has been. This has been real fun. They're letting them play a little bit. Marin got a little bump there, and then the Centennial girl recovered, but then threw it high and away.
Yeah, get that. And now underneath, Dowling with the ball. A shot up and no good by Ellie Muller. Dowling keeps the rebound. Heller for 3, top of the key, good! Nothing but the bottom of the net for Maren Heller. And that is her 4th point of the night. And for Dowling, that is their 5th and 6th 3. And now a turnover on Centennial, and they're going to get a foul on a loose ball. That'll be on Ava Martin.
And Heller going for 1-on-1, I believe.
Is that who they pointed out?
Yeah, she got the steal, and trying to go up court, they fouled her.
So Maren Heller at the free throw line. Ankeny with substitutions. Tilly Smith will check into the lineup. She is what they call instant offense. Coach DeYoung loves bringing her off the bench at times for Dowling. Layla Tritton returns to the lineup, and she'll replace Lauren Frericks, who's sitting down with 2 fouls. And now Heller can shoot her free throws. Marin, 4 points tonight, made a 3. And in front of the 1-on-1, no good. Rebound Centennial, Dowling up 4. This is their largest lead of the night for the Maroons, with 2 minutes to play in the half.
It's a good battle underneath with the post players.
And with the basketball is McKenna Clark. To Pratt for 3, good. Jaden Pratt, long 3. That is her 2nd field goal of the night, and her first 3. She has 8 points. And now corner 3 up and good by the Maroons.
This game's amazing. That was Julia Moore.
Moore for 3, and she's not known for that. That's her 5th point.
She was calling for it, though. She was demanding it.
That's her
Coach is going to love that.
2nd 3 of the night, and now Centennial getting loose in the lane. A shot no good by Tilly Smith. Rebound Dowling. And that was by Ellie Muller with the rebound. Gets to Zediker. Muller making her way down the floor.
Yeah, Coach Meyer's usually telling the post players to demand the ball. Julia was out there in the wing demanding the ball. She got it.
Dowling by 4. Long three up and no good by Heller. And a loose ball foul called on Dowling. And they're going to get this on Layla Tritton. Now, that might be her third. We'll see. Julia Moore, okay. So it's not on Tritton. So Moore with her second foul. That'll be the 19th foul on Dowling. Maroons lead it 33-29 over Centennial. 64 seconds remaining here in the first half. And a 1-on-1 coming up for Centennial.
All right, how many possessions this time with a minute left?
Who's keeping track of that? Is that me? Okay, I'll do my best, Scott. And a free throw good by the Jags. And that is Jaden Pratt at the line. She now has 9 points. Second free throw, no good.
She finally missed one.
Rebound Dowling, and now tie up in the backcourt. And Heller is tied up by Jaden Pratt. And Marin's not happy with herself. That happened. And 33-30, Dowling by 3. But Centennial with the ball with a minute to play.
Yeah, that was not what she wanted to do. She turned to go up court, and the ball was just out a little too far, and Centennial was there waiting for it.
Centennial does that token pressure. We talked about it. They let you dribble it and all that. Then when they want to close in, they're right there. All right, here's McKenna Clark down the lane with the left hand. Shot off the glass, good. Went right around Layla Tritton.
Yeah, that was the closeout on that was they're shading left, but she almost opened the door all the way down the lane and under closeout, and she didn't have a chance to recover. So it was just wide open. It's like the parting of the Red Sea, if you will.
33 seconds left to go on the game clock. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Here is a three-pointer good by Zediker left wing. That is her third three of the night. She has 16 points. Dowling by 4. Centennial with the ball. Here's Pratt with it with 15 seconds. Shot clock is off. And the final 10 seconds of the first half here at the Centennial Gym in Ankeny. Down the lane, here's Porter. Shot too strong, no good. Heller with the rebound. 4 seconds remaining. She has plenty of time. Marin, down the lane she goes, and a whistle and a foul on Centennial. And they're going to whistle this on Tilly Smith, I believe. That'll be her first.
And 1-on-1 again for Marin.
That'll be a second foul on Smith, and a 1-on-1 coming up for Heller with 0.8 of a second remaining. Marin back to the line. And her first free throw, good. Heller with 4 points. 37-32, Dowling by 5. This is the Maroons' largest lead of the night. Second free throw coming. Good. 6-point lead for the Maroons. Heller, half-court shot no good, and we've come to the end of the first half with the score. Dowling Catholic 38, Ankeny Centennial 32. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer tonight. I want to thank her for running the controls back at Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll return with our halftime stats and our halftime guest, Clay Fieldking, the Dowling boys coach, scheduled to join us. So stay tuned for that. Again, our halftime score here at Ankeny Centennial High School, Dowling 38, Centennial 32, here in this girls contest on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
How can I know the Bible is true?
There was once this really smart guy named St. Augustine of Hippo. That's right, Hippo. He said, "I would not believe the gospel if the authority of the Catholic Church did not move me to do so." He learned that the Bible was true in the same way that we learn most things. Someone he trusted told him. Most people have not split an atom. No one alive saw the Battle of Thermopylae nor has ever set foot on the 16 moons of Jupiter. But we believe in these because someone who knows better than us has told us about them. St. Augustine knew that the Catholic Church was founded on the apostles, who had died horrible deaths rather than deny that their friend Jesus Christ was God, risen from the dead and present in the Eucharist. And that living witness made him believe, as it did for the Gentiles, for every Christian in history, and it will do the same for you. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
Welcome back to the Centennial Gym alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale here at halftime. Dowling leading Ankeny Centennial 38-32. And now joined by the boys basketball coach at Dowling Catholic, and that is Clay Fieldking. Thanks for joining us here, Coach, and happy birthday, Clay.
Thanks. Yeah, I lost track a long time ago.
You know, it's not everybody that gets to go to Ankeny on your birthday.
Yeah,
and,
right.
being the Urbandale guy you are and were. And
no place I'd rather be.
Yeah, the rivalry continues. But, hey, Coach, it's game 2 for the Dowling boys, and you know what a game it was. Kind of looking at the numbers from your game with Val, and it wasn't as bad as I thought in some areas. I know there's some things you're working on, but this is a young group. You don't have one of your starters. You won't have it tonight. That's Joey Coppola, but you move on. And for the first game against a top 5 team, you know, you can't say it didn't look good at times, but I think there's some points on film that you probably found headed in tonight against Centennial.
Yeah, there were a lot of good things that happened. You know, the last 3.5 minutes of the first quarter, they went on a 14-2 run to stretch it to, 21-7. And second and third quarters, they outscored us by 3. And, you're down 17 going into the fourth, and a lot of weird things have to happen. You got to do some things you're not used to doing. But yeah, I told the guys you can't be deceived by the final score. They did a lot of good things. There's a lot to learn from that, obviously. But last 2 days of practice, they've responded well, and we'll hope it carries over to tonight's game.
What are some of the things you look to tonight? I know you played Centennial last year. It was their senior night, and it was a close game. But what do you pick up on with Centennial? You got to play them twice this year. This year it's early. What are some of the thoughts?
They're good. They're balanced. They're skilled. They're strong. They defend it really well. Well coached and disciplined, and nothing's going to come easy tonight. We're going to have to show some grit and some competitiveness and dig deep and find a way. But it'll certainly be a challenge. But we'll hopefully be up for it.
Well, Nick Ferg's got his first start here. He's a point guard, taking over for Joey Coppola, your injured point guard. And unfortunately for Joey, we don't know how long he's going to be out, but you move forward with the next group. And I thought Nick did a decent job against a very talented Valley team.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
he did. We threw him into the fire there. That's high-level pressure that he dealt with. I thought he did a really good job. I think he ended up with 4 turnovers, but he was poised and did a really good job. He'll only get better. He's still in football shape, and it's a process there. So
sure.
Really happy with how he's done.
And of course, your leading scorers, that your 2 starters from last year, Davis Sheck and Drew Marr, those are guys that led you in scoring. And I know Drew, teams are going to look to him because now he's not a surprise. He's a senior. It's right. Like we know the ball's going to go through Drew at some point. Yep. But Davis knocked down some shots. Davis Sheck knocked down some shots that kind of opened up Drew to do what he does, and hopefully that'll continue tonight.
I know those are 2 good weapons. We gotta find ways to generate shots for those guys, easier shots. Just through the movement of our offense, and it's getting better. That takes a while, and they've made strides there, and I'm curious to see tonight how well we move it against another good defensive team.
Andrew Nyangi and Colin Clark are the other 2 starters, but I was impressed with the bench. I know you were kind of sharing positions, and one guy that came in was Riddick Metton, and Riddick did a nice job in there. He knocked down a shot, had 7 points off the bench. Yep. And, my color guy's kid, this is Dante Cataldo. I feel sorry for him, but he did a nice job defensively because that's kind of what he does. But, you got to get that bench play, especially when you're going through the season.
You're right. Riddick had a good night. He had 7 and 4, and we need those contributions from the guys off the bench. We need a spark, and we're still looking for some more, and we're still figuring that rotation out, to be honest with you, Mark. And so there are minutes to be had there, and so we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, I remember last year in your first year, you were kind of going through, okay, who can I count on? Who's going to take practice into the games that you like in practice? Yep. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. Iowa football quarterback, a great practice player, but that's a different story. Well, last year you found Davis Sheck because he was maybe in a little bit of the rotation And that's a kid that worked his tail off, and he was starting, if not before Chris, and certainly afterwards, and the rest is history. I think you're looking for one or two more of those guys.
We love it. And I think we do have them. Those things take time, and some kids just need the opportunity, and they need a few games under their belt to get used to the speed, and things of that nature. But, to have another Davis or two would be a blessing for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. We're visiting with Clay Fielking, the Dowling boys basketball coach, at halftime of the girls contest, as Dowling leads Centennial 38-32 here in the Ankeny Centennial gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette. Coach Fielking, I look here and I look at this Ankeny Centennial team, and Coach Fontana, he's got two starters back, maybe a third. Chase Shuddy and Luke Winkle. Winkle will handle the point guard spot, but this is a team that beat Urbandale Tuesday night. They had, 3-4 players in double figures, led by Luke Winkle. 14 points, 10 assists, so he can score and loves to distribute the ball. What are some of the matchups you're looking at and some of the concerns you have in this contest?
Yeah, there are a lot of concerns. They're good. They're balanced, like I said. Winkle's good. I think a key tonight is to contain him. He's really aggressive. They spread the floor for him a lot and set a lot of high ball screens for him. And if he gets going downhill, I think we're in trouble. So that's been our focus, to try to keep him in front. He's kind of the motor for those guys. He's got capable shooters around him. Scherzer, Vasky, they shoot it really well, and Shuddy does too, and Shuddy's a bigger body inside. So I like their team. They do a lot of things well. They share it. They play together well, and they're disciplined. Bob's doing a great job with them, obviously. So we'll be tested. It's going to be tough, but our guys will be ready.
I'm sure they will. Look forward to it. Well, listen, we appreciate you stopping up here.
Thanks,
and, folks, if you're here at the gym or stopping by, wish Coach Fielking a happy birthday. I didn't ask him how many years it is, but best of luck tonight, and hopefully they'll give you a nice win. I know your Urbandale ties coming up here to Ankeny, a big rivalry, and now it's part of the CIML, but best of luck, and thanks for stopping up.
Thank you.
Clay Fielking, my guest here at halftime. We'll take a break and come back. We have the first half statistics, Dowling and Centennial in the girls matchup. 38-32 is our score. Dowling with the lead at halftime over Centennial. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Listen to Making It Personal with Bishop William Joensen Friday mornings at 9 on Iowa Catholic Radio or on demand at iowacatholicradio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Phil Stone at St. Thomas Aquinas Church and Catholic Student Center in Ames. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
Man, they got the band going here tonight. It's high school environment. They got the crowd getting into it. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette, halftime here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym. And Dowling girls leading Centennial 38-32 in a matchup of top 6 team. Dowling's ranked 6th, Centennial 3rd. And Scott, I know you and James over there doing the halftime numbers. What do you got? Let's let our listeners in on the halftime stats.
Well, shooting from the field, Dowling 11 for 22, 8 for 12 from threes, 14 total rebounds, 7 turnovers, 8 for 10 from the free throw line, while Ankeny Centennial's 10 for 19 from the field, 4 for 10 from the line, 11 rebounds, 6 turnovers, and 8 for 15 from the free throw line.
Those are pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good numbers, and I think Coach Marr will take those for Dowling Catholic. And I'm quickly totaling up the first half stats for the Dowling girls, as the Maroons were led by Ava Zediker with 16 first half points, followed by Marin Heller off the bench with 6 points, Lauren Frerichs with 6, 5 points for Julia Moore, 3 points for Layla Tritton, and 2 points for Ellie Muller. Alex Gaskell came in but did not score for Dowling Catholic. Neither did Ellie Olson in the first half. And now Dowling gets a basket right off the bat. Julia Moore shoots and scores. That's her 7th point. Gaskell did not score, and neither did Olson, as I mentioned. Dowling, Scott, with 20 points in that second quarter. They outscored Centennial 20-13.
Yeah, that's an amazing quarter. The shooting from 3 has been great tonight. And, they're playing more. They're not playing what we call hero ball, where they're trying to make something happen just to try to close gaps. They're just spacing and kicking the right pass and shooting when they're getting it. Very little hesitation tonight.
All right, Centennial with the ball. A little scoop shot in the lane. It's no good. And an offensive rebound put back up and good by the Jags. Kennedy White with her 5th point.
Yeah, she's tough inside. She is the biggest player on the floor, and she got her space to get that rebound there.
She certainly did. And off the missed shot by Crawford. And now Dowling for 3. On top of the key, it's no good. And the rebound pulled in by the Jags. That was Tritton missing the 3. Centennial the other way. Now getting caught in the lane is Avery Porter down the right block. She kicks it back out. Centennial will start over. 41-34 is our score. Dowling by 7. This is the Maroons' largest lead of the night after leading at 1 point by 6 in the first half. Underneath, shot blocked by Moore, but the rebound putback is up and through by the Jags. And I'll tell you what, she was in the right spot, Kennedy White, for the putback.
She was. Again, that drive down the middle, they're just opening up the gate, and they're just taking it. And when the help came, it opened up Kennedy for the offensive rebound putback again.
All right, Dowling with the basketball. Let's get it to Julia Moore. Her and the senior Lauren Frericks, the 2 seniors on the floor. Top of the key it goes to Layla Tritton. Zedeker now in the corner. She has the basketball. Who's guarding her now? Pratt will get the assignment. And now in the lane, a shot up and good by Zedeker. A little dribble drive with a teardrop shot.
That was a great drive. They're face guarding her when she's off the ball, and so she came to the ball and then attacked right away.
18 points for Zedeker, 43-36. Dowling with the lead by 7. 5.5 left to go, third quarter. Here in game 1, the girls' game. Long 3, top of the key, good by Jaden Pratt. That's her 2nd 3 of the night.
There's like one shot, one jab to the next, a knockout punch. This is a really fun game.
It is, back and forth. Just when you think one team's going to be in control, it's not. And now whistling a foul on Dowling. This will be on Ellie Olson. This will be her 3rd foul. And Moore will go out, Heller in. Olson stays in with 3 fouls. Dowling win.
That was on the Centennial 5, I believe.
Yeah, it was on Crawford, her 2nd, excuse me. And now Dowling with the ball. Zedeker with it, coming off the ball screen. Double team. Can't find the open player, and now Heller has it.
Dowling's just doing a good job. When they do stop them, they're coming to the ball.
Here is Ferrich for 3 in the corner again. Good. Corner 3, and again, that spacing.
Yes.
You can work a lot through spacing, and Ferrich now with her 3rd 3 of the night, she's got 9 points.
They're getting shots early in the shot clock, but they're not bad shots. So, they haven't been put in jeopardy tonight with that great defense.
McKenna Clark answers with the 3, good from the left wing. And you're right, Scott. Both teams are just answering each other. 46-42, Dowling by 4. Ferrich dribbles baseline. The ball goes out of bounds off of Jaden Pratt. It'll be Dowling basketball. Marines will set up an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket.
Surprisingly, Ankeny Centennial cut off that drive.
That's going to happen. All right, Dowling will inbound the ball. Throwing it in will be Layla Tritton. Gets it to Zedeker. Ava in the lane, a shot up and block, and a whistle and a foul called. It was blocked by Jaden Pratt, and she'll commit her 2nd foul, and that'll send Zedeker to the line.
I don't think Coach DeYoung liked that call.
I know Pratt didn't.
No, she didn't. I think that's a couple times they felt, they should have had the ball out of bounds there.
First free throw good by Zedeker. Ava with her 19th point.
Both teams are just doing such a tremendous job of answering tonight. And again, both teams are playing patient basketball, but they're getting great shots early on.
2nd free throw good by Zedeker. She now has 20 points. And Centennial with the basketball, Dowling by 6, 48-42. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Underneath, wide open Crawford, shot off the glass, good. As I think Frericks got picked on that play.
Right. You know, we talked about earlier, both teams are communicating and navigating the screens, and that time she did get caught on that back cut. But they got to communicate that so that there is help on that.
So Centennial with the ball. Now rather Dowling with the ball for the Centennial made basket. Quarter 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. And the ball is, we've got a whistle and a foul called.
I thought they just said it was off Frericks.
Well, they did. He whistled the foul, and he called the foul. And we'll see. I'm not sure who they gave that to, but we got a full timeout. We'll take one ourselves. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. 48-44, Dowling girls with the lead over Centennial. Back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you would like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Marr 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
We're back here at the Centennial Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. Mark Amadell alongside Scott Babinett. Dowling with the lead, 48-44. That foul was on Ellie Muller, her first for Dowling Catholic. Centennial with the ball at the timeout. And a shot at the free throw line, no good by Kennedy White. The rebound Dowling, and the other way we go. Dowling with the ball. They get it underneath, and now bodies at the floor, and we've got a loose ball foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Muller again with the foul here, Scott.
Yeah, she's diving in on the ball after the turnover.
That'll be the second foul on Muller. Dowling's 6'1" freshman who comes in off the bench. And second team foul on Maroons here in the second half. Centennial with 2 team fouls. Long 3, no good by Crawford. Out of bounds to Dowling.
That was good. The Dowling defense converged on the backdoor cut, and they kicked it out for a wide open 3, but fortunately for the Maroons, it was off.
Now we got a whistle and
out of bounds to Dowling.
Out of bounds, not a foul. Look good to see if the arm was a fist or just an open hand, and it's out of bounds. They
tried to save it and said she was out of bounds with 1 foot.
Yep, Centennial overplaying everything. Now Dowling gets loose, 3-on-2 fast break. Here's Heller with it in the lane. Shot up and no good. And a whistle and a foul on Centennial, and it'll be on Maya Crawford. That might be her third if it is. Second foul on Crawford.
That was a nice drive. They pressured up on Dowling that time, and Zedeker threw over the top to Marin, who drove and looked away and then went up with the shot and drew the foul.
48-44, Dowling by 4.
Gone a couple minutes without a score here.
Yeah, it's going to be Heller with 6 points in the contest. Substitutions for both teams. Dowling will re-enter Ellie Olson. Sitting down will be Lauren Frericks. So it'll be Zedeker, Moore, and Heller, the 3 guards, with Ellie Olson and Ellie Muller. Second free throw good by Heller. She now has 7 points. 49-44, Dowling by 5. And now Centennial down the lane. McKenna Clark with the right hand down the lane, no good. Whistle and a foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Olson. That'll be her third. And free throws coming now for the Jags.
the first 2 for Centennial in this half.
Clark will get 2. She's got 8 points tonight. First one up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Along with Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Second free throw good by McKenna Clark. Dowling leads 49-46. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter from the Jaguar Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial and Dowling. What a battle it's been tonight. Jaguars led by 1 over Dowling at the end of the first quarter. The Maroons led by 6 at halftime. And now Heller on the lane. In the lane, rather. Came from the right side. Her shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Centennial.
Yeah, it's a good thing she drove there. They were at almost 4 there on that count. So they don't let you get by with that. Again, patient offense, though.
So 9 points for Heller. A chance to go in double figures here at the free throw, and it's good. 10 points for Marin Heller. Dowling's lead is back up to 6. On the foul by the Jaguars. With the basketball is Avery Porter. Work the right side to McKenna Clark. Underneath it goes. A shot off the glass. Good by Tilly Smith.
Again, they're getting lost on that back cut from the high side on the pass to the wing.
Here's Heller. A pass in the corner to Tritton. Back to Heller for 3. Good. And she's starting to heat up. Heller with 13 points.
You know, the Maroons are doing such a great job of that drive and replace and hit the open shooter tonight.
55-48, Dowling by 7. The Maroons have equaled their largest lead of the contest. And now the ball tipped out of bounds. All Centennial. Tilly Smith couldn't handle the deflection by Dowling, and that's the idea of getting in that passing lane and causing a turnover, which Dowling did.
Yeah, they're pushing the offense out a little bit further and making them uncomfortable. Dowling needs to just keep the pressure up, keep finishing possessions, and then go down and get a stop, build on that, keep building.
All right, Centennial back in their man-to-man defense. Dowling by 7 and the basketball. Here's Heller, top of the key. Fakes the 3, goes down the lane, kicks it over in the corner to Tritton for 3. Up and good. Layla Tritton with her second 3 of the night. She's got 6 points. That's her 5th of the year. And it's Dowling by 10 with 1:08 remaining in the third quarter. Dowling by 10 over Centennial, their largest lead. And we're going to find out if it's a 1 minute or a 30-second timeout. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. With 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining, third quarter. Dowling 58, Centennial 48. Back at the Ankeny Centennial Gym in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Honey, I'm so excited for our kitchen remodel.
All right, you love birds. Floors?
Natural hardwood.
Okay. Wow, that was quick. Countertops?
Definitely natural granite.
Check.
Woohoo!
And that wall?
Tear it down. It let in more natural sunlight.
Done.
Whoa.
Speaking of tearing down walls, your family planning. Natural, right?
Natural family planning is 99% effective at achieving or delaying pregnancy, and there are no harmful chemicals, so it's better for you and the environment. Tear down the wall.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio. Hi, this is Matt Wilcomb from Iowa Catholic Radio. We hear so many stories from listeners about the impact this station is having on their lives. Like Angela, who says, I listen first thing in the morning because it starts my day on the right foot by hearing the gospel. Friends, in this season of giving, how about offering the gift of hope through Iowa Catholic Radio? To make a tax-deductible donation to our year-end appeal, just click on the banner at iowacatholicradio.com or call 515-223-1150. Thank you for your support.
And we're back here at the Centennial Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. Dowling girls with a 58-48 lead over Ankeny Centennial. And we're underway. A minute to go here in the third quarter. Centennial with the ball. Scott DeYoung using his second timeout of the night. He has 3 left. Dowling has 4 timeouts at their disposal in the final minute. Oh, maybe a bad pass. Crawford tracks it down. 10 on the shot clock. Crawford in the lane. Shot with the left hand. Good. Maya Crawford. Steady move there. She has 9 points and cuts the Dowling lead to 8. Here's Zediker the other way. She loses the basketball on the turnover, and Centennial picks it up. A little out of control that time as Pratt forced the turnover, and Centennial with the ball here, Scott.
Yeah, they're letting it get a little more physical here, and Dowling's got to We got to respond with the toughness back.
And now we're going to get a shot on the baseline, no good by Centennial's Jaden Pratt, but over the back they're going to call. And I believe that is going to be on Zedeker, and that'll be her second. It is. She came flying in there. Unfortunately, she was boxed out.
Right, yeah. that was not the possession you wanted by the Maroons defensively.
Ellie Muller checks into the Dowling lineup, replacing Ellie Olson here.
Centennial communication on this.
Centennial underneath their own basket. They inbound the ball. They get it out to Crawford. It'll be Crawford and McKenna Clark, the two guards, along with Avery Porter. At the high post, they have Jaden Pratt. In the right corner, they have Kennedy White. 5 on the game clock. Shot up and no good. Rebound comes out to Dowling and Muller. Half-court shot is blocked. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling 58 and Centennial 50. Coach Meyer wanted a shot or a foul right after half court, and she's not going to get it. So we'll take a break here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym. Dowling leading 58-50. We'll move to the fourth quarter in this top 6 matchup. 6th-ranked Dowling leading 3rd-ranked Ankeny Centennial 58-50. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Listen to Man Up with Joe Stopulos Monday mornings at 9 on Iowa Catholic Radio and on demand at iowacatholicradio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hello, I'm Father John Ludwig from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Ankeny Jaguar Gymnasium here in Northwest Ankeny alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale. As we move to the fourth quarter, Dowling leading 58-50. The Maroons outscore the Jags 20-18. The Maroons have put up 20 points in the second and the third quarter, Scott. That's kind of unheard of against a Coach DeYoung type team. You know that.
Right. No, we would not have expected that at all.
Now in the lane, Centennial has the ball first. They draw the foul, and it'll be on Julia Moore. That'll be her third. That'll be the 15th foul on Dowling here in the second half. Centennial with 4 fouls and out of bounds to the Jaguars. Dowling starting Zedeker, Tritton, and Julia Moore, the 3 guards, along with Lauren Frericks, and then the freshman Pratt gets the inbounds pass and scores. So Jaden Pratt now with 14 points for the Jaguars, and it's 58-52, Dowling by 6 on the inbounds play there.
And you have Muller and Frericks filling out the lineup for Dowling.
Yeah, both in the posts. Muller, the freshman, 6'1", also can handle the ball pretty well. Now Dowling's going to run their little triangle offense, if you will, from the top of the key. Inside is Zedeker. She has a shot blocked. Blocked in the hands of Clark, and a whistle and a jump ball called as bodies hit the floor. Frericks and McKenna Clark, and a jump ball to be Dowling basketball.
Yeah, it's again, the physicality's picking up in the even quarters even more here.
Was Zedeker trying to draw a contact, and she was triple teamed as she got isolated in the lane, right in the middle of the lane, and had the shot blocked.
Yeah, they need to get the offense moving more side to side again, like they have been. They've gotten a lot of open shots because they're moving the ball and then attacking.
Centennial getting a little aggressive, and now it's Crawford's third foul, as she's be guilty of that. Both teams, Scott, with 5 team fouls as we head to the final 7 minutes here in the fourth quarter, with the 6th-ranked Maroons leading the 3rd-ranked Jags 58-52. Ava Martin in for Centennial, as Crawford now a seat on the bench.
Yeah, again, patience and moving the ball.
Here's Zedeker. She'll launch the three. Top of the key off the back iron. No good. Fight for the rebound, and McKenna Clark comes away with it. And she'll dribble in the front court for the Jaguars. They go left to right.
Good job of getting back and matching up. Much better than what happened in the first half.
Ankeny in their home white uniforms. The silver and black trim. And in the lane, a shot is good. They're going to wave it off by McKenna Clark, and a foul on Dowling before the shot. This will be on Marin Helen, her first.
Yeah, so I think when coach looks back, the coaches look back, they're going to see they're shading them left, but they're just opening up too much, not forcing them wide. They're letting them direct line drive. They will not like that at all on film.
Scott Cook, TJ Augustine, and Todd Richards are three-person crew. And now a shot blocked by Dowling. Nice job by Muller as she blocked the shot of Kennedy White. Rebound Dowling. The Maroons now in transition. Here's Heller with it after the pass from Frerichs. Marin dribbling to the right side. Dowling will start their offense. Here's Zedeker, top of the key. 6:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 58-52, Dowling by 6. Frerichs underneath finds a wide open Muller, and her shot is good. The freshman with 4 points.
That's two good plays, one on defense and one on offense for Muller, getting the block and then teeing up on the drive there. Those good minutes from her.
60-52, and now a back cut by
and another block.
Centennial, and Muller with the block. Ball loose on the floor, and the Jags get it right into the hands of Dowling. Tritton picks it up. In the lane, turns, and her shot up and no good. She'll draw the foul, and 2 shots coming for Layla Tritton. And it is getting physical. The Maroons are coming out on top of that.
Yeah, this is really aggressive. It's really impressive, the way they're attacking. They were aggressive the other night, but tonight is with purpose, it seems like.
Kennedy White picks up the foul, and free throws coming for the Maroons. First one up and good by Layla Tritton. Tritton with 7 points. 61-52, Dowling by 9. Second one coming. And it's no good. Fight for the rebound, and coming away with it is McKenna Clark and the Jaguars. In the front court to Ava Martin. Now a long three, left wing, missed everything, no good. Slapped around, and it'll be off Dowling and Frerichs. As Lauren couldn't get on top of the ball.
Coach Meyer's doing a good job of getting subs in and out, keeping everybody fresh, which is going to be important coming down the stretch here.
61-52 Maroons, 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Centennial now will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. They work underneath, the shot up and good, the basket will count. Maya Crawford with the basket and the foul on Dowling. And this will be on Ellie Olson, her 4th.
Yeah, she got lost in there.
No, check that. They're going to give it. That's her 3rd foul. Now, the Ankeny scoreboard does not have the individual fouls, so we are playing a guessing game sometimes with team fouls or rather for individual fouls. And Muller hits the 3-point play. Maya Crawford. 12 points for Crawford. And it's 61-55. Dowling's lead now 6.
Yeah, the second half, the Maroons have lost the girl coming from the top several times.
We haven't seen one bit of zone tonight, and we're not seeing it yet. Here's Heller with it, right elbow. Crossover dribble, can't shake her defender, McKenna Clark. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere, and Dowling can't find it.
Under 10.
Here's Frerichs in the corner to Heller. 5 on the shot clock. Heller dribble drives the lane. Here is Julia Moore for 3. Top of the key. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Frerichs, a scoop shot, no good. And the rebound into the hands of Kennedy White. And Centennial with the ball. They run down court transition. Porter with the layup. It's no good. Rebound Crawford. And out of bounds. And they're saying it'll be Centennial basketball. All right. Moved by Crawford. She came in and crashed the boards off the missed shot. And we've got a timeout called by Dowling. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 4 minutes, 44 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. We got a dandy. Yes. 61-55, Dowling by 6. But Centennial will have an out-of-bounds play that Coach DeYoung will draw up here, I'm sure, coming up.
Yeah, they've done a good. Dowling's done a good job. Again, they keep losing the dive girl from the top. Whether they're getting picked off or overplaying and getting on the cut, they're getting beat. So They really have to look out for that. One of the problems on the inbounds plays is like Lauren Frericks is so occupied with Kennedy Wilson, she can't come off and help. So that she takes a lot of space, so the weak side opens up a lot. So, but Lauren's doing what she has to do. Everybody else has to adjust, knowing they don't have that help inside.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Dental Associates. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. What a girls game we had. Top 6 matchup, 6th-ranked Dowling leading 3rd-ranked Centennial, 61-55, 4:44 remaining. Centennial inbounds the ball, and a whistle and a foul. A basket will count as Centennial crashes the boards, and McKenna Clark takes it home. The foul will be on Julia Moore. That'll be her 4th.
Yeah, Julia just got beat off that drive. Again, they did a good job on the initial inbounds. Marin Heller came off the ball and took away the weak side, and then they flipped it to the top, and everybody went back, and the drive just came, and Julia just bodied up a little too close.
10 points for Clark. Crawford has 12, 14 points for Pratt, and the free throw is no good. Centennial is now 12 of 18 at the line.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for them there.
Dowling with the rebound, 4.5 to go. Dowling by 4. Centennial stays man-to-man. Zedeker with it. Dribbles between the 2 elbows, now backs off. 15 on the shot clock. Ava in the lane. Tries to do a step back, can't. Here's Heller with it. Marin, step back from the free throw line. Her shot no good. Rebound Centennial and Jaden Pratt.
The pressure in the half court has really picked up this quarter, and the Maroons aren't getting down the lane like they did in the first 3 quarters.
4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Packed house here at the Centennial Gym. Again, the boys' game to follow. Jimmy Cataldo will join me for that. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet for this girls' contest. And now we've got something away from the action. A loose ball foul called on Centennial, and they're going to get Kennedy White with her 2nd foul, setting an illegal screen down near the baseline, Scott.
Yeah, they've been trying to get those back cuts off those screens, and that time they got caught.
So Dowling will take over on the Centennial turnover. Zedeker, Heller, Frericks, and Tritton, along with Ellie Muller, who's played a lot of minutes here for the 6'1 freshman. A little bit more size on the floor for Dowling with Muller on the court. Here's Frericks with it. Can't get a shot off. 10 on the shot clock. Dribble handoff to Heller, who's guarded by Clark. Coming off a ball screen by Muller. Can't get a shot off. Zedeker with 2 on the shot clock, and the ball poked away, and a foul reaching in by Centennial. And it'll be out of bounds to Dowling. That'll be the 18th foul on Centennial. The foul is on Jaden Pratt, her 3rd.
That would be like the other night when Valley ran that play and got a basket at the end. She knocks it down 2. That's a perfect possession for Dowling.
Yeah, you wind the shot clock all the way down. 61-57. Maroons have scored just 3 points here in the 4th quarter. This free throw good. 62-57, Dowling by 5. Second free throw by Zedeker is good.
Maroons have been great from the line tonight.
63-57, Dowling by 6. 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Timeouts, both teams with 3 each. Here's Pratt with it. Lob pass underneath. Good help defense by Dowling. It's knocked out of bounds. Kennedy White was the intended. Can I use intended receiver? That's a football term.
Yeah.
But she was the intended target on the right block, and Dowling with help defense knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, she was. It was like a high-low, and she was trying to lift Ellie Muller up the lane a little bit. The pass went a little far.
Now the Centennial Jags run a little crisscross underneath, and a shot up and no good. A whistle and a foul on Dowling. And that'll put Jaden Pratt at the line. And let's see, they got is it Heller? Zedeker for the foul. That'll be her 3rd. Thank you. Again, they don't post the individual fouls, so you got to listen to PA, and the free throw good by Pratt, who has 15 points. Jaden Pratt, 5'8" sophomore. Excuse me, Scott.
No worries. There's the good minutes by Ellie Muller tonight.
Second free throw good. 16 points for Prata. And a timeout, Centennial. As this will be a 30-second timeout as Coach DeYoung huddles with his top assistant, Dave Runchie, longtime assistant coach here, along with the Hall of Famer Denny Albertson, who's on the bench for Ankeny Centennial. Rachel Hinder-Smith also helping out. 63-59, Dowling by 4. And Scott, this is a crunch time. It's going to be each possession magnified, and I think both teams will, Dowling will run the shot clock as far as they can, if they can.
Right. And Centennial's going to pick up probably full court, trying to take some time off the shot clock and then make it hard when they finally get to the half court. They're not necessarily looking for a steal, but just making it difficult to force a bad shot late or a turnover. So it'll be interesting to see how the Maroons handle the ball here.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Dowling with the ball. Full court pressure by Centennial. They inbound the ball. Here's Heller with it. She's fouled in the backcourt by McKenna Clark. That'll be her first.
Should be double bonus.
That'll be the 10th foul on Centennial. That'll send Heller to the line.
Oh, they're saying 1-on-1.
Yeah, 19 fouls. Both teams with 19 fouls.
They get the fouls listed quick for the number.
That's what happens. Okay, a 1-on-1 coming for Heller, who has 13 points tonight. First one up, no good. Rebound Centennial. Pratt with it.
Good pressure back by the Maroons. Stop any kind of break.
2:40 remaining. Centennial now will run their offense. They get it across the timeline. Here's McKenna Clark. Top of the key, it goes to Kennedy White. White back to Clark.
Trying to post up Heller inside there.
There's Pratt with it, right wing. Muller on her. Dowling's 6'1" freshman doing a good job on the boards. They need her height there. There's Porter with it against Zediker with one on the shot clock. The shot is no good, but rebound Centennial. Pratt keeps it. They lob it inside to White. Her turnaround shot no good. Foul on Dowling will be on Muller, her first. Or check that, her third. And that's the 10th team foul on Dowling. This will be 2 shots anyway, as free throws coming for Kennedy White, one of the second leading free throw shooter on the team.
Yeah, positional-wise, they just got too deep under the basket that time and gave up that offensive rebound.
White's free throw good. Kennedy had 3 points at halftime, now has 5 here in the second half for 8 in the contest. 63-60, Dowling by 3. 2:08 to go here in the fourth quarter from Centennial. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Muller and Dowling. Here's Zediker with it, double teamed by Ankeny. Pressure in the ball. Zediker gets it across the timeline with 2 minutes to play. This series between the two teams that dates back to 2014, tied at 6 each, so it doesn't get any better than this. Here's Frericks with it, works the right side, gets deep, tries to leave it for Muller, and it's stolen away by Centennial. White with the steal, and she gets it to her teammate Clark, and now the Jags in the front court, and here's Avery Porter running the point.
Yeah, there wasn't a good pass angle on that one. The tee-up didn't happen the way they'd want it.
The same thing happened earlier, and that time it was successful, and that's where Muller got her point on the assist from Frericks. That time it ended up in a turnover. Now they try to lob it underneath to White. She saves them going out of bounds. Hustle by Porter, picks it up. Minute 20 to go, 9 on the shot clock. Here's Crawford with it. Crawford guarded by Tritton. Launches the 3, right wing, no good, and that is a shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim, but hit the backboard. Good call by the officials.
That's 2 good defensive possessions.
It is, and Dowling wants a timeout, and we will take one with them. 1:10 to go, fourth quarter. 63-60. 6th-ranked Dowling leading 3rd-ranked Centennial here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Thank you for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Did you know when you support Iowa Catholic Radio, you can make your donation go farther by asking your employer about matching gifts? Ask your employer about matching gifts, and thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742, Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercy1.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
This is Deacon Luke Teescutter from the Basilica of St. John in Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Well, earlier we mentioned the series between Dowling and Ankeny Centennial in girls basketball. The series is tied at 6 each since Centennial became a school here 10 years ago. But Centennial's won 5 of the last 7, including last year's meeting, 41-31, back on senior night here. But Dowling with the ball, minute to play, and the Maroons leading by 3, 63-60. The next Ankeny Centennial foul will put Dowling in the double bonus here, Scott.
Yeah, the Maroons need a big possession here, and that's not it.
An offensive foul on Dowling. Muller with the illegal screen, stuck her hip out. And that comes back to, we talk about this once in a while, I know I do with Jimmy, is the screener. You got to rub off the screener. And Muller, I think, did her job, but the ball handler didn't rub off her enough,
right.
And she had to, kind of, give herself up a little bit to make sure the screen happened, and that became the problem. So it's on the ball handler rubbing off the screen.
It is, and part of the problem with the dribble drive sometimes is, they're afraid to lean their shoulder in to get to the spot that they want because they don't want the push-off foul.
Sure.
And so they don't either set it up or close it up the way they need to.
All right, Dowling by 3, 45 seconds to go, 30 on the shot clock. Centennial finds the open player, and it's good. The shot off the glass by Maya Crawford. That is her 14th point. And it's a 1-point Dowling lead with 35 seconds to go. There is a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock, and now a timeout Dowling with 27 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it here. Dowling 63, Centennial 62, and it's only game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. Dowling and Ankeny Centennial, Friday night basketball, Scott.
Yeah, we're going to get you some more water for that second game if it's as good as this one.
I'm good.
I'm
good, thank you.
Looked like Dowling was going to run a screen action at the top for Zedeker, but I believe she was going to reject it and drive because the help was coming. They're looking to get the ball out. They don't want to get beat by Ava on that. So they're looking to force her to give up the ball.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Reminder, other games going on. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Second-ranked Johnson girls at number 9 Ankeny girls in game 1 of their girl-boy doubleheader. Number 5 Valley at Waukee Northwest tonight. The boys game has number 3 versus number 2 in that matchup. 12th-ranked Waukee girls at number 8 Southeast Polk. The boys game to follow. In the Metro Conference, 14th-ranked Des Moines North girls at number 10 Roosevelt. And of course, the boys game to follow. Urbandale at Marshalltown, the girl-boy doubleheader. Hoover at Ottumwa, Lincoln at East. And then tomorrow in boys competition, number 1 Waukee at 7th-ranked Linn-Mar tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 in Marion, Iowa. Number 5 Hoover at number 6 Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That'll be a boys contest at 3:30. And Lincoln at Waukee Northwest at 4:30, girls game only. All right, Dowling out of the timeout. The Maroons have 1 left. Centennial with 2. Here's Zedeker, double team. Finds Tritton at the right elbow. And she's fouled from behind by Centennial's McKenna Clark. And right, that'll be a double bonus now, as that'll be the 10th team foul on Centennial. And Scott, 18 seconds left. And free throws coming for Dowling in the presence of Layla Tritton.
Yeah, these are going to be big here. Determine how that last possession goes.
Layla eyes the basket, Dowling by 1. Free throw no good. She's a 78% free throw shooter on the year. Julia Moore set the check in for Dowling. She'll replace Marin Heller on an offense-defense. So it'll be Scott DeYoung wanting a timeout.
Make her think about it.
And we'll keep it here. 63-62, Dowling by 1. Centennial with the timeout.
Yeah, that gives Centennial the chance to drive or get one of those back screen actions for a layup. They'll try for that and 1. So
the ball game here, of course, the boys game to follow. Jimmy Cataldo, I don't know if he's made his way into the gym yet, but he will be joining us here for game number 2 between Dowling Catholic and Centennial. And Scott, this is crunch time. This is what you work for. You got a 21-game season for Dowling. The Maroons are 1-2 coming in, losing to the number 1 regional team in the Minnesota tournament over the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Then having Valley beaten the Maroons on Tuesday night, 59-48. Dowling up 1 here.
Yeah, this is a good response game, and they just need to knock this free throw down, have a good defensive possession, and win it at the free throw line at the end there, which is definitely doable here. We got good free throw shooters, good free throw shooting tonight, so you know what Centennial's going to do. So, both these coaching staffs have done a great job of preparing their teams for tonight.
All right, back to the free throw line out of the timeout. 18 seconds remaining. Dowling by 1, 63-62 here in this girls' top 6 matchup. Tritton for the second free throw. Layla eyes the bucket, and it's in and around, no good. Rolls out. Rolls around the rim, no good. Rebound Centennial with 15 seconds to go. Both teams in the double bonus. Here's Clark with it down the lane, and she draws the foul. Reaching foul on Tritton. And free throws coming for Centennial. Now check that. Julia Moore picks up the foul, and she's fouled out. So Julia will foul out with 7 points with 9.4 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Clark at the line, a 60% free throw shooter, hits the first one. And the home crowd lets her know it. 11 points now for McKenna Clark, the 5'7" senior. Second one on its way. That ties the score, and it's good. Centennial with a 1-point lead, a lead that Centennial hasn't had since the second quarter. Timeout Dowling will keep it here with 9.4 seconds remaining. Centennial by 1.
Yeah, it's been a 16-5 run since 58-48. It's been a really sparse fourth quarter for the Maroons. They're gonna have to get the ball up court really quick. They're gonna try to deny the ball to Zedeker or double team her, so she may have to look to pass, but they're gonna have to drive and get something at the basket. But 9 seconds is more than enough time to get up the court and get a good shot.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Dental Associates, and Mercy One. I thank our folks tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer, our thanks to her. Don't forget we have game 2 following this one. We'll have the post-game show of the girls' game coming up. Dowling out of timeouts. Ankeny Centennial with 1. Maroons full court pressure. Here is Zedeker with it. 6 seconds remaining. Zedeker down the lane. And a blocking foul on Centennial. The shot is no good, and Dowling will go to the line. And all the Ankeny Centennial coaches off the bench, they thought that was a charge, and she may have gotten away with one there.
She was waiting for a long time.
Foul will be on Kennedy White, her third.
She was if they had that arc that they have in college and pros, she would have been inside it, I believe.
So Zedeker to the free throw line. (64-63), Centennial by 1. 3.9 seconds to go. Ava eyes the bucket, free throw good. Ties the game.
Timeout coming.
So a timeout coming. We'll keep it here. Ankeny Centennial and Dowling tied at 64. Scott? 3.9 seconds remaining. Let's see, that's plenty of time for a few dribbles and a shot, but if Ava can knock down a free throw, Dowling will have the advantage.
Yeah, what you want to do here is make the free throw. They'll probably walk it out of bounds to get set up for their play, but you want to force them going back towards the end line to get the ball and make it harder to get the ball at the court. So, yeah, it's been amazing.
It is.
This game, it's been really fun tonight. So,
been a great crowd here tonight. Bands here, and this is how we're starting to get back to the Friday nights, and hopefully the Tuesday nights will pick up like this.
Yes.
Student body here for Centennial doing a great job. Dowling's over there course, they put the Dowling student body next to the Centennial band, so I don't know. That tells me that they've done some stuff here. We want to thank the folks here at Centennial, been gracious hosts, as all our CIML schools have been. Nate Lindgren in his first year as athletic director. Blake Crickshank has been the AD down at Southeast Warren. He's now the assistant athletic director. And the legendary Marge Rasmussen. If I need something for Ankeny, Marge has been the one, even when Ankeny was one school. Right. She did it all, and she's still here. God bless her, and our thanks to her and all the folks. So now Zedeker to the line, tied at 64, folks. 3.9 seconds. Ava with one more free throw coming. Referee hands her the ball, eyes the bucket, 2 dribbles, free throw good. Ava 9 in a row, and Dowling with the 1-point lead. Here's Centennial, Pratt with it, and the horn goes out, and they're going to get her for the turnover, and the game will end. Dowling wins it 65-64.
It's not over yet.
And officials now may put some time back on the clock. We'll see. They're going to talk about it. What happened was at half court, it'll be Dowling basketball because they gave
she carried the ball.
They gave Jaden Pratt the violation for carrying the ball. You're fine. You're fine. But the Dowling folks stand in front of us. How dare they?
They're excited.
You know, they should be.
Yes.
So the officials may put time on the clock, but it'll be Dowling basketball on the sideline right across from us as we sit at the top row of the bleachers right behind the scorer's table.
How much time, though?
Yeah, we're gonna find out here. Larry Molstead will put time on the clock here, the timer here at Centennial. And that's always interesting. You got to go, 0.001 or 2 seconds. I'm going to put 0.2 of a second up on the clock.
So, in fact, the game's over. You could just throw it to her right now and it'd be over.
You just has to be touched. Muller will throw it in. Throw it. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. It's over. 65-64 Dowling. 6th-ranked Dowling knocks off 3rd-ranked Centennial. Dowling's record improves to 2-2. Centennial will fall to 4-1 in girls play, and what a game it was here tonight.
Yeah, great comeback game for Dowling, and just staying strong late. It looked really frustrating that last 8 minutes offensively, but they held on, and great comeback. Coaches, players, just staying in that fight that long, and it's after Tuesday, I know everybody's kind of discouraged seeing their faces, and the coaches didn't expect that outcome the way it happened, and what a great fight tonight. And I think we're going to see a lot of these types of games in the CIML this year.
And that's what will make it fun, and, of course, this was one tonight. Dowling wins it in the girls' contest, 65-64. Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinat here at the Centennial Gym. We'll take a timeout, come back, we'll recap the scoring, and we'll have our game statistics. We appreciate the help tonight from James Helming, keeping the numbers for Scott and I. And again, congratulations to Coach Kristen Marr and the Dowling Maroons. They even their record at 2-2, and they defeat previously undefeated Ankeny Centennial 65-64 in the girls contest. We'll be back with the postgame show in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
Isn't all truth just relative? I mean, you have your truth, I have mine.
Whoa, dude, what are you doing?
I'm gonna jump off this bridge, man.
You'll die.
No, I won't.
What, don't you believe in gravity?
That old superstitious nonsense? No way. Whee!
There are some things in life that aren't a matter of opinion. And just as in the physical world there are some things that are above debate, like gravity, there are things in the spiritual world that are just as true. And because human beings are physical and spiritual beings, every action that we take has physical and spiritual consequences. That's why things like the Holocaust weren't just dirty and disgusting, but because of the spiritual reality of God's creation, they were actually evil, regardless of what the Nazis thought. So we can't just dismiss the teachings of God's church as fine for some people, but not for me. That's just not the way that reality works. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
And we're back here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym. Packed house here tonight for Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. And it was Dowling Catholic defeating the previous undefeated Ankeny Centennial Jaguars by the score of 65-64. As a pair of free throws by Ava Zedeker in the final 5 seconds sealed the deal for Dowling. Zedeker on the night, 9 for 9 at the free throw line. And certainly the biggest one was the final one that kept the game out of overtime, Scott.
Yeah, that was ice in that game right there. And then they did a good job of forcing the ball. They did throw it up court. You'd rather force them back, but they forced them down the left sideline with a right-handed ball player, and she carried the ball, which was unfortunate for Centennial, but it was exactly what Dowling needed to do to force a bad possession there with 3 seconds left.
All right, let's run down the scoring. I'll turn it over to the statistics here in a moment. First of all, for Dowling Catholic, the Maroons with the win tonight, 65-64. Dowling was led by Ava Zediker with 24 points, including the last 2 free throws that tied and gave Dowling the lead in the final 5 seconds. Zediker with 24 points, 9 for 9 at the free throw line. 13 points off the bench for Marin Heller, 9 points for Lauren Frerichs, 7 points each for Layla Tritton and Julia Moore. Ellie Olson did not score. And off the bench, Ellie Muller with 4 points. She played most of the second half, it seemed. And Alex Gaskell off the bench did not score. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons, or rather for Ankeny Centennial, they were led by Jaden Pratt, the sophomore, with 16 points, leading the Jaguars in scoring, followed by Maya Crawford with 14 points. McKenna Clark with 14 points, 8 points for Avery Porter, 9 points for Kennedy White. Finley Blackmore off the bench for Centennial with 3 points, and Tilly Smith off the bench with 2 points. Dowling went 17-23 at the free throw line in the contest. Centennial 17-25 unofficially, so pretty doggone close there, Scott, when you look at free throws. And the fouls they're both got the double bonus late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Dowling was shooting great. Then they had a run of about 3 or 4 free throws in a row they missed. But at the end, again, they had the right person. So much of free throw shooting is who shoots them, right?
Right.
And then, you get the right people shooting, your team average skyrockets. And, they just did. And, even Layla missed a couple late, but they were right on. It just rolled off, So what a great game. I mean, both teams shot well, I believe in the high 40s, and it was just fully competitive. We expected a competitive game, but what was it, 65-64?
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
and you got to expect that. Oh, my goodness, we need to get security here real quick. But go ahead and run down the scoring, the statistics, rather, that James gave us tonight.
Yeah, we've got Dowling with 18 for 39 or 37 from the field tonight. That was 12 for 20 from 3, which is a big story of the game. Centennial's 19 for 35, 6 for 18, I believe, from 3. And then rebounding was 21 to 12, something like that. Centennial dominated the boards overall, but with that kind of shooting, you're not going to get a lot of rebounds one way or the other. So Dowling had a lot of that came in the second half when Dowling wasn't scoring in those quarters. The main thing, though, Dowling dropped their turnovers by at least 7 tonight from the 18 they had on Tuesday.
Yeah, they had, it was 18 rebounds. James Helming, thank you very much for helping us out tonight with the numbers. And for up next for Dowling Catholic, it'll be a girl-boy doubleheader. We'll be there Tuesday night. Dowling on the road at number 12 Waukee in the girls matchup. Boys to follow, so we'll be there. Next Tuesday we'll be at number 2 Johnston, Dowling at Johnston. Then a week from tonight we'll be at Waukee. So just have Johnston and Waukee next week. Girl-boy doubleheaders, and that's what we'll be on Tuesday night, Scott.
Yeah, normal day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Again, but this is fun. And the good thing about kids as they develop, if they're planning to play in college, they're facing intense environments. And so they come in, kids today seem to come in a lot more ready than back in when I was a kid, back in the dark ages of the 80s, right? But, they all talk, you come in as a freshman, 70s, that freshmen didn't play, right? They played freshman ball. And so kids are getting ready and they're responding. And the game planning by both these coaches, the scouting reports you see are amazing. And they just took way big advantage of each other tonight. And it turned into an excellent ball game for everybody to see. I know Centennial will be disappointed by the late foul call. The defender would look like to be in position, but she was under the basket, so they did not reward that. And Zediker did what she had to do by getting to the line, and that's all you can ask for. If they called it the other way, you still say we did what we had to do to get a shot.
That's basketball.
Yep.
We've seen it before. All right. Well, Scott, appreciate your help tonight. Look forward to seeing you Tuesday night. We'll be at the Johnson Gym.
Yes, another big one. So
All right.
that'll be fun.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
All right. I'd say shout out to the Old Wine people, but I think they're here tonight. So
Kristen said they're doing their Christmas this weekend.
Yeah,
so the Old Wine people are here.
If anybody are up in Old Wine listening, shout out.
There you go. Scott Babinet, my broadcast partner. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Final score in the girls' contest: Dowling 65, Centennial 64. The Maroons improved their record to 2-2. Centennial falls to 4-1. We'll take a break, and we'll take a 2-minute break and come back. Jimmy Cataldo and I will preview the boys' contest between Dowling and Ankeny Centennial when we return to the Centennial Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Have you downloaded the Iowa Catholic Radio app? It's easy through the Apple App Store on iPhone or through Google Play on Android. Search Iowa Catholic Radio and download the app. You can listen to Iowa Catholic Radio Talk or Iowa Catholic Radio Music. Listening to Iowa Catholic Radio is easy.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
This is Father Aquinas Nichols, the pastor of the Basilica of St. John in Des Moines, Iowa. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Whatever happened to the modern world? Hi, this is Cy Kellett, host of Catholic Answers Live. Join me on Saturday, December 10th at the Embassy Suites downtown for Iowa Catholic Radio's Dinner in December. I'll be speaking about what we can do to help recover a modern world fit for people. Plus, enjoy a fabulous meal and fellowship with your Iowa Catholic Radio family. Register today at iowacatholicradio.com, iowacatholicradio.com, and I'll look forward to seeing you on December 10th in downtown Des Moines.
And we're back here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym. What a night. Game one won by Dowling Catholic, the girls' game, 65-64. Now we preview the boys' game between Dowling and Ankeny Centennial. Mark Hamadale now joined by Jimmy Cataldo. And, Coach, thanks for joining us. I notice I'm sitting between two football coaches here. To my right is you, Mr. Cataldo, and to my left is the Ankeny's only Andy Pollock, who you kind of know from the Dowling football program.
You know what that means is that you're going to come out of this night a little bit better than you came in.
Is that right? Mark that down, folks. That was done in the pregame show. Well, what a matchup we're looking forward to. Can you match the energy of the girls' game? My goodness.
That was incredible. I was able to get here for the second half, and what a great win for the Dowling girls. On the road, Ankeny Centennial, very, very loud, hostile crowd.
The band's here.
And that's what makes Friday night high school basketball so fun and so unique, is that everything just seems right on top of you, and I thought the girls did a heck of a job staying composed, and Zediker hitting those two free throws at the end. That just takes a lot of guts.
And I didn't do the announcer's jinx because she was 8 for 8. They call timeout and puts the ninth one in, 9 in a row, and gives Dowling the 1 point. They didn't do the announcer's jinx, so just let you know I'm trying to play a team player here.
And that's 100% when you do that too. So good for you, and thank goodness for the Zediker family.
Yeah. Now, I'm concerned about the family sitting in front of us. I know we're going to preview the game. That's your dad. Your mom's probably getting food or whatever for the family. And it's really, they got to follow you up here? I mean, you get a ride from them?
There's so much cha-cha going on in front of us that You want to talk about critiquing of the game? Just put a mic out in front of my dad. And
well, he said he'd take your spot anytime. I said, yeah, I know that time's not right now, but that could happen. Hey, we got to give a shout out to our sideline guy during the football season. Mr. Johnny Chido had a little surgery done to his, so he can breathe better, and he's doing that, and it sounds like his recovery, but he's home resting. I know you weren't clued into all this stuff. There's probably a reason for that, but shout out to John Chido and his recovery from his surgery, his nasal surgery, deviated septum and all.
You know what that means is that, one, I didn't hear anything about it, but that has his wife written all over it. He must be snoring really loud at night, and she's had enough and said, fix it.
Is that what causes that?
Often, yes.
You know, about 8 years ago, I had mine done. Father Kirby had to sit in for me. He did a great job, but it was quite the recovery.
Oh, my goodness.
But when it's done, you feel much better.
You look like you went out like 3 rounds with Mike Tyson.
I did. Yep.
Or a normal Saturday night for you.
Yeah, well, that's a given. All right, it's Dowling and Centennial, the boys' game, and I don't know if we can match the intensity of that, but talking with head coach Clay Filking at halftime of the girls' game, Jimmy, you know, the loss to Valley, and a very talented Valley team. You know, how do you figure, you know, where you're at? Well, Dowling playing without one of its starters from a year ago, Joey Capola, ran the team. He was the quarterback, and he's going to be out for an extended period of time as we understand it. So up steps the next guys. The 2 remaining starters from last year, Davis Sheck and Drew Marr, had, you know, decent games. They were the 2 leading scorers against Valley. But Colin Clark starting, Andrew Nyangi, and, you know, the Maroons, you know, and Nick Frericks, who started at point guard. You know him from football, Jimmy. That's his first varsity start. Here he's going against Curtis Stinson Jr., a young man who's going to be playing at the next level in basketball. So I guess you kind of flush that and you move on to playing Ankeny Centennial because you're going to see all these teams twice during the season.
I thought Frericks handled himself tremendously in a first varsity start against a very talented and athletic Valley team. But, you know, you talk to Coach Steele King, and I think he's thinking more, okay, what kind of team do I have and what type of team am I going to grow here in the month of December? I think this is the most important month on the Dowling season because, you know, you have a little bit of experience and mostly youth, especially with Capola being down right now. I mean, that just puts a lot of added pressure on a lot of guys, and I think they're just trying to figure out who they are. And we talked about it Tuesday night as who's going to come out of it, the top 7 or 8 guys. But I think more importantly than that is team chemistry. You watch their offense and their motion offense. They were running into each other a little bit. The spacing of the floor becomes so important. But I think in the month of December is that they need to find their team chemistry, which will open up shots for Drew Marr, which will open up shots for Davis Sheck.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with the starting lineups. It's Dowling and Ankeny Centennial from the Centennial Gym tonight. In Game 1, it was the Dowling girls knocking off Ankeny Centennial 65-64, along with Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, back with starting lineups after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
I feel like we're lost in this woods. And why is my boyfriend up in a tree?
It doesn't matter. Who could be against choice?
Depends on the choice. And what did you do with our compass?
What about the rights of my conscience?
Does your conscience recognize the right thing to do?
Watch. I'm choosing to prune the branch off this tree.
But it's the one you're sitting on. Choice is a means, not an end. Form your conscience to make good choices. You'll be glad you did. Looks like I need to choose a different boyfriend.
Ouch.
A message from
Iowa
Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you would like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Mark 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
And we're back here at the Centennial Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as they're still, well, they've got the, they're doing the video board in the corner, which to our left. And then they'll introduce the starting lineup. So we'll do it before then, Jimmy, so we have time to talk. I know you're going to get your keys to the game ready. I know you
got them.
You had your opening introduction. Now you're going to do the keys to the game coming up.
We need more than 7 minutes of pregame. Just saying.
Well, we'd have to get a third guest, and he's sitting right in front of us. I can't wait to hear how that would go. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for Dowling Catholic, the road team again, as they will be for their first 5 boys games this year. Dowling record is 0-1, and the Maroons are coached by Clay Thilking in his second year at Dowling, 9 wins, 16 losses. And the Maroons will start this lineup at one guard, Davis Scheck, a 5'11 senior, averaging 16 points. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is Drew Marr, 6'1 senior, averaging 13 points. He'll wear number 5. And the point guard for the Maroons is Nick Frericks, a 5'10 junior, averaging 5 points a contest, and he'll wear number 23. One forward for the Maroons, Colin Clark, a 6'3 senior, and he'll wear number 11. And at center for the Maroons, Andrew Nyangi, 6'5 senior, averaging 7 points, and he'll wear number 20. So for the Maroons, it's Frericks, Scheck, and Marr, the 3 guards, with Andrew Nyangi and Colin Clark in the paint. Dowling comes in averaging 54 points on offense. They gave up 76 points to Val the other night on defense. And now for the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, the head coach is Bob Fontana, 10th year here at Ankeny Centennial. This is their 10-year anniversary for the school. And they will start at one guard, Drew Schurz, 6'2 senior, averaging 12 points, leads the team with 3 threes. He'll wear number 3. At one forward, Chase Shetty, a 6'5 junior, averaged 11 points, 10 rebounds. He'll wear number 10. And at forward, Evan Bryan, a 6'5 senior, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds. Bryan will wear number 12. Nick Vasky is a 6'3 junior. He's a combo guard forward. Vasky averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds. He'll wear number 13. And their point guard is Luke Winkle, 6' junior, leading scorer, averaging 14 points and 10 assists in their first game against Urbandale, and Winkle will wear number 14. So it'll be Winkle at point guard, Vasky at the other guard, along with Drew Schurz, Chase Shetty, and Evan Bryan in the post, the starters for Ankeny Centennial, and head coach Bob Fontana, who is assisted by Matt Delger, Luke Donato, Jeff Kelling, and Connor Kasperbauer. Now for Dowling Catholic. Dowling starting their lineup from the other night with Davis Scheck and Drew Marr. They got a lot. And again, we go back to Drew Marr, leading scorer from last year, and what kind of role is he going to play? Who's going to help him step up? You know, you look at the Colin Clark in the paint, Andrew Nyangi, who's very athletic but kind of raw. And but they're going to give you energy, Jimmy. Your thoughts on the keys?
A lot of energy, and I think everybody has a little bit of a role in their team. But when you look at Ankeny Centennial, continue to be your balanced scoring as you've been, distribute the basketball and be incredibly difficult to guard by distributing the basketball. With your Dowling, you know, your keys are 3-point shooting percentage. I think Dowling was 6 of 23 against Valley, and they got to correct that and then build on some team chemistry, which will move the ball around, open shots for other players.
All right, the tip is won by Centennial, but stolen away by Dowling to start things off. Maroons with the steal, and a little scoop shot up and no good by Frericks. Misses the open layup at the rebound out to Centennial, and coming away with it is Luke Winkle. Now corner 3 no good by the Jaguars. That's Nick Vasky with the miss. Rebound comes out to Dowling and Nick Marr. So we got a little energy to start the game with here, Coach.
Well, I think you're going to find that with a Dowling team when you're athletic as you are, is that they want to get up and run, and that's what you see early with the Maroons. And then Ankeny Centennial, very similar basketball team, very disciplined, hard defense team, and they're going to get out and run as well. So I see this as being a very up-and-down game.
Here's Clark for the open 3, and it's good. Colin Clark with his first made 3 of the year, and Dowling out to a 3-0 lead over Centennial.
Huge shot by Colin Clark. No hesitation in him, is that he saw it and knocked it down.
And a long 3 no good by Evan Bryan for Centennial. And we got a loose ball foul called on Dowling, apparently. It'll be on Drew Marr, his first off the ball.
Well, the Maroons just got to find their man to block out, and that time on a long rebound, it looked like Schurz got loose, and Drew Marr tried to find the rebound and makes contact.
All right, they work underneath, and a shot up and good. And that was Evan Bryan. Bryan comes in tonight. He was like Coach Fontana told me, I've got 3 guys rotating for that last spot, and Bryan got the last spot. probably in warm-ups knowing a coach, and that's where we're at. Easton Pratt coming off the bench tonight. All right, the other way we go. Dowling leading 3-2, turnover by the Maroons, and Centennial in the front court. Long, a 15-footer on the baseline, good by Chase Shuddy. So a steal and a transition basket by Centennial.
Dowling got lost in the defensive rotation there, left Shuddy wide open on the baseline and knocked down a nice little 8-footer, and then we're back on offense as Morrow's trying to post up in the lane.
Now Drew Morrow with the basketball. Had the ball slapped away and a whistle and a foul on Centennial. It'll be on Chase Shuddy, his first.
My goodness, the official was pointing the other way, and I'm thinking, which guy on Dowling is he giving that foul to?
Scott Cook, TJ Augustine, and Todd Richards, and they got it all figured out. As Drew Morrow, first of all, did a nice job of getting the pass that was nearly stolen away, and recovered and hit his head right on the floor and recovered and was fouled. Now here's Drew with it on the right wing. Dowling trailing 4-3, Centennial with a 1-point lead. Here's Clark with it to Nyanggi in the lane. Inside pivot, shot off the glass, left hand, no good. Rebound. Ryan Kleppe and Centennial. Or check that. Ryan Kleppe off the bench for Dowling, excuse me. It's Centennial with the rebound, and the other way we go. Bryan with the rebound. I can see why Coach put him in. All right, here's Schurz with it. Dribbles baseline, shot off the glass, good. High arcing shot, got it away from the shot blocker, Nyanggi.
Schurz is a really nice player. I've seen him grow up over the years, and it's really nice seeing him come into his own and being a leader on the Centennial team as a senior.
6-3, Centennial over Dowling. The Maroons working inside to Drew Morrow. Layup good on the left side.
Early on, you like to see the spacing that Dowling's showing. We talked about it in the pregame a little bit, that spacing is a good thing for the for the Maroons, and you're seeing it right now, a great spacing.
Long three up, rolls in and through for Chase Shuddy. 9-5, Centennial with the lead. Dowling cut it to 1 before Shuddy's 3. That's his third of the year, and now the ball taken away by Davis Scheck, and a whistle and a reach-in foul on Scheck. Has his shot blocked, and he reaches in. And sometimes it's the frustration part.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a force for Davis. I mean, he's looks at his role this year, and he's a scorer. And sometimes, forcing a shot early in a possession may not be the greatest thing for Davis, rather than working off screens and moving the ball around. He's a great set shooter, and finding ways to get him the ball in that set probably would benefit his game.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Co Selford in the ball game for Dowling, and now they work Centennial with the ball, and they work underneath. Shot up and good.
A lot of back cutting by Centennial, flying to the lane, good hard cuts to the basket.
This is mirroring the girls' game, because that's what Centennial was doing in the girls' game, and they do get a back cut. That was Luke Winkle. And now here's Dowling with the ball. They get it in the right block to Metten, who's in there. A shot up and no good. Rebound. Centennial comes away with it. McVasky on the rebound, and the Jags in the front court leading by 6, their largest lead of the night. We've got
You think about what those basketball meeting rooms are like with Fontana and DeYoung. I'd probably be mimicking each other's strategies as well. Peeking in to see what DeYoung's planned on doing, and two very, very top-notch coaches here in Ankeny Centennial.
24 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Ball kicked out of bounds by Dowling. We got substitutions both ways. Vasky will throw it in for Centennial to Luke Winkle. Evan Bryan stays in for the Jags. Coming in is Easton Pratt off the bench for Centennial tonight. Top of the key for 3. It rims out, no good for Bryan. The rebound comes out to Dowling. The Maroons have Ryan Kleppe in there. Now, here's reverse layup. Up, no good by the Maroons. And that was Riddick Metten with the miss. And Dowling with the rebound. 11-5 Centennial. 3:15 to go first quarter. Maroons with an offensive rebound. Clark in the corner. Gets to Colin Clark. Now to Kleppe. Tomorrow, spin move in the lane. Shot no good. Hits the floor, and the rebound Centennial.
A little bit of poor shot by Drew there. Got a little bit out of control in the air.
Now whistling a foul on Dowling the other way. It'll be on, they call it on Kleppe or on Davis Scheck.
That one's going on check.
So Davis picks up his second foul.
And immediately Frericks looks to check in, probably taking Davis out with 2 fouls in the first.
Yeah, that's Dowling's shooter. One of their shooters is Scheck. Free throw good by Evan Bryant. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Girls game won by Dowling, 65-64. 6th-ranked Dowling over number 3 Centennial in game 1. Second free throw rolls around and through, and a timeout Dowling. So Bryan with 4 points. Maroons with a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Dowling leading Centennial leading 13-5 with 2:54 to go here in the first quarter. Jimmy,
well, you look at the Dowling's last 2 or 3 possessions. I mean, they had this game really tight, up 1, and then they just take some awkward shots in their possessions, and the result of them were not positive. And so you get Centennial running down the court and then hitting a 3-point shot and making a couple layups, and then they push this lead to 8 points, and it's all because of Dowling's offensive sets. Just need to be a little bit more smart in how they're shooting the ball and making sure that they work the ball around for high percentage shots, and not what Dowling was doing in the first or the last 2 possessions they had.
So Dowling going with Riddick Metten, Drew Marr, and Ryan Kleppe. Dowling's backcourt has Nick Frericks and Colin Clark. Maroons with the ball. Centennial stays man-to-man. Here's Morrow at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper off the back iron, no good. Hustle rebound by Nick Frericks. Dowling keeps possession. Now corner 3, up, no good by Metten. And then rebound Centennial. So nothing falling right now for Dowling, and now the other way we go, and a whistle and a foul called on Dowling. A Centennial tries to get a transition basket here,
right,
Jimmy.
Right. So again, on Dowling's offensive set, got to be a little bit smart. Is even though they may be giving you a 3-point shot, you don't want your number 5 player, shooting a corner 3 when it's early in the possession. Work the ball around to get a higher percentage shot, and that's just being a little bit of youth, a little bit of inexperience that the Maroons have on this squad.
All right, Connor Welsh in the ball game now for Centennial, 6'2" junior, one of the first subs for head coach Bob Fontana. He and Easton Pratt getting in the game early. Makes the first free throw, 14-5. Centennial by 9, make it 10. With the second free throw good by Welsh.
Maroons are very young in this set. 4 juniors in their lineup plus 1 senior and Drew Morrow. Be very interesting how they work this ball around with spacing and see who takes a shot.
Morrow working the point. Leaves it to Dante Cataldo, who's in the ball game. That's the third reserve off the bench for Dowling Catholic. Here's Metten with it on the right wing. Spins in the lane, stops, double team, kicks it out. Long 3 coming up and no good. Off the back iron by Ryan Kleppe, the lefty from 3-point range. Can't hit the shot. Rebound Centennial. They lead by 10. Minute 45 to go in the quarter. On the baseline, it's Bryan with it for Centennial. We've got traveling called on Easton Pratt as he shuffled his feet in the lane.
First turnover for Centennial is Maroons just need to take advantage of some of these opportunities, making sure that they continue to take good shots on their offensive sets and pull themselves back into this ball game down 10.
So Dowling with the basketball as Evan Bryan will sit down for Centennial. Replaced by Nick Vasky, who's back in. Dowling with the ball. Here's Metten with it. Ball screen leaves it for Morrow. Can't get a shot off, and now the Maroons will take a 3 from Metten. Top of the key, it's no good. Rebound Frericks. Nick with it in the lane. Kicks it over in the corner and traveling on Dowling. Ryan Kleppe shuffling his feet before the shot.
Kleppe got caught going a little bit fast. He had an open drive to his dominant hand, which is his left, and went a little bit too fast with it and shuffled his feet.
15-5, Centennial with the lead. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo tonight. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Dowling coaching staff, Clay Philking in his second year, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And in the lane, getting loose, Connor Welsh, his shot up and good off the bench with 4 points. 17-5, Centennial, minute to play here in the quarter. Here is Morrow, wide open 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound Centennial and Easton Pratt. Jaguars pushing the ball down the lane, shot up, too strong, no good. Rebound by Vasky. Rebound Dowling. Here's Frericks pushing the ball in the front court. Back to Frericks. Little give and go from Mitten, and his three is no good. Rebound Centennial. Pratt with the rebound.
Dowling finding themselves settling for threes, and just was not a great recipe in that Valley game, just going 6 of 23, and again shooting some low percentage shots in their 3-point attempts right now. Shooting 6 attempts so far in this first quarter.
And Nyangi, the center, on the bench for the Maroons. Colin Clark on the bench, as is Davis Sheck in bench with foul trouble. Now whistling a foul on Dowling. That'll be on Frericks. Nick will pick up his first. Team foul number 5 on Dowling here in the first quarter.
That may be his second foul, if I'm not mistaken. But my goodness, he was at least 30 feet away from the basket. Certainly not a type of foul that you want to draw, with just 11 seconds left in the quarter.
All right, Centennial will retain possession. They go right to left, south to north. Centennial in their home white uniforms with a little bit of that black trim. And in the lane, a shot no good, and contested well by Dowling. Winkles missed it, and the rebound comes out to the Maroons at the horn. Kleppe with the rebound. So we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Ankeny Centennial 17, Dowling Catholic 5 here in this boys contest. Mark Amadale and Jimmy Cataldo back with the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is now available on your smart speaker. Step 1, say,
Alexa, enable the Iowa Catholic Radio skill.
Or enable it through your Alexa app. Step 2, say,
Alexa, open Iowa Catholic Radio.
Now enjoy listening to Iowa Catholic Radio through your smart speaker.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
This is Father Ryan Andrew with the Diocese of Des Moines. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Back here at the Centennial Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Centennial, Northwest Ankeny.
Home of the Andy Pollocks.
He can't hear. He's doing Facebook Live or whatever he calls it.
He's the type of guy later in this game you want to stick close to, because he'll find his way to
an establishment.
An establishment where might get a nice little deal on dinner.
Dowling with the ball to start the second quarter. And Ryan Kleppe, a nice move to the basket. The left-hander puts it in, 17-7, Centennial with the lead. And now back comes Centennial, and Luke Winkle shoots and scores. That's their leading scorer, and that's his first basket tonight.
Sure.
Luke got loose in transition. Dowling not getting back. 19-7 is our score. Centennial's largest lead is right now at 12. Wins with the basketball. Driving the baseline is Kleppe, has the ball nearly stolen away, but out of bounds off of Nick Vasky.
You can just see the Maroons are just trying to create something, and I think, a little bit of your youth, I think the passing of the ball and the cutting really aids into creating shots rather than trying to drive and be contested with two guards on him, and that's what you're just seeing out of Nick Frericks, is he's such a competitor, as he's trying to create something out of the dribble when he's probably better working the ball around and cutting to let the ball come to him in an open shot.
Nyangi dribbles baseline, but he's forced to the baseline. Gets it to Marl. His shot up and no good. And the violation of the shot clock there on Dowling, as Marl's shot was after the shot clock went off. Go ahead, Jimmy, with first quarter stats.
First quarter stats. The Maroons, not very good shooting. 1 of 9 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3. So certainly just not going to put too many points on the board. Whereas Ankeny Centennial, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 10 total rebounds for Centennial, and 7 for Dowling.
Brian hustle on the floor, and a bank shot. He finally saves the ball, gets a bank three by Drew Schurz. It's good, and 5 points for Schurz, 22-7 Centennial, and the lead has now grown to 15 for the Jags. Dowling the other way. Here's Nick Marl with it, dribbles baseline. It's Marl, Kleppe, Nyangi, along with Dante Cataldo. in this set. Marr dribbles baseline, and he travels with the basketball. And Nick Frerichs is the fifth Dowling player. And now substitution for Dowling, Davis Sheck will check in with 2 fouls, and Marr will check out. Maroons got to keep one of their scorers on the bench.
Yeah, and those are your 2 guys, is Sheck and Marr. But again, you can just see that trying to create shots is off the dribble may not be the recipe for success.
Now Centennial down the lane. And a shot up and no good by Luke Winkle. Follow-up shot up by Winkle, no good. Rebound Dowling and Kleppe. Ryan Kleppe, 6'3 junior. Like how he plays. Like how he played Tuesday at Valley.
Yep.
And didn't realize he was left-handed. Now in the lane, shot off the glass. Good! That's Dante Cataldo. Love the bank shot. I know he does that to the old men in the backyard, but nice move by Dante, 22-9 Centennial.
That's his game, is taking it hard to the basket. He's very, very quick and very athletic and jumping, and that's what he needs to do in his game, is take the ball to the basket.
And Centennial just did that. Vasky takes the ball to the basket. His shot is no good. Well contested by Davis Sheck, who avoided his 3rd foul. Rebound Dowling. Frerichs with the ball, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. And now substitutions for the Maroons. It'll be Jack Odie making his first appearance of the night. He'll replace Ryan Kleppe. Also sitting down is Dante Cataldo, and checking in. He's the, I believe it's the young man throwing the ball in.
Jack Odie came in, and Colin Clark came in.
Colin Clark's the second one that came in. Here's Nyangi in the lane. Now kicks it back out for 3. That's good. Nice little 2-man game that time. Davis Sheck with his first 3 of the night, coming right off the bench.
And that's Sheck's game, is if he can just set his feet, work the ball inside, and Nyangi working, trying to create a shot underneath, and if it's not there, kick it out to Sheck, who has his feet set, and that's the best part of his game.
Shuddy for 3 in the corner, good, as Nyangi couldn't get around him, and Shuddy with his 8th point. And it's 25-12, Centennial by 13 with 4:45 to go, second quarter. Halftime, we'll have head coach Kristen Meyer of Dowling Catholic to win tonight over Centennial, 65-64. Now Colin Clark goes in the lane. His shot no good. Rebound Centennial for 3. It's up and good in transition. Chase Shuddy. That's his 3rd 3. He started out with a 2, and he's made 3 straight 3s. He's got 11 points. And Centennial has opened it up, 27-12. Jags by 15. Timeout Dowling.
Just don't have an answer right now for Shuddy as he just gets a little bit of room, and he's knocked down 2 threes.
We'll take a 1-minute break. 4:18 to go here in the second quarter. Centennial leading Dowling Catholic 28-12 in this boys contest on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio needs you, whether it's assisting with events, answering the phone, distributing yard signs, or being a parish ambassador. Iowa Catholic Radio depends on you to help connect listeners with Christ. Email contact@iowacatholicradio.com to get involved.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Mark McGarry from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Centennial Gym. This family in front of us here, I complimented the mom about the bank shot of her son. Just wanted to let you know. Then the grandfather chewed my head off. So, Jimmy, I'm still here, but I'm partially wounded. So I just wanted you to know that. 28-12, Centennial over Dowling here in the boys contest. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. As it'll be Dowling basketball, and the Maroons now have used 2 of their 5 timeouts here in this first half.
Number 15 for Centennial checked in, Drake Dittmar. His first showing for tonight.
Yeah, Dittmar, a 5'10 junior. Coach Fontana told me, he said, I have 4 starters. I don't know who the 5th one is. We found out early. Now, Dowling with the ball, corner 3 and a dribble drive and score. Nice job by the Maroons. That's Jack Odie for 3 in the corner.
Another kid we know can shoot the ball, with this getting his feet set as well. And the Maroons are finding a little bit of success of dribble drive kickouts.
Was that Frericks with the dribble drive?
Dribble drive, yep, by Frericks and kick out and finding Odie.
That's a big key if you can get that done. That was part of the girls' game tonight for both teams. Now Centennial the other way. A long three, good from the left corner, and Easton Pratt gets the start tonight. He was that fifth starter they had late, and he gets his first basket.
It's frustrating to be a Dowling coach as you work hard to get a shot and get a nice, hopefully get some momentum with your three-point shot by Odie, and then Yankee Centennial comes down and answers next possession.
31-15. Centennial with its largest lead of 16 points here in the first half. Dowling with the basketball. With it is Davis Sheck. Centennial's stayed man-to-man. We haven't seen any zone. I don't think we've seen any zone yet this year, either in the Valley game, girls and boys, or tonight. Well, the Maroons work the ball inside. A shot up and too strong, no good by Riddick Metten, the 6'4 junior. Got the shot off, Jimmy, but too strong off the back iron. Now Centennial in transition. Corner three, good by Connor Welch. He's got 7 points off the bench.
Their three-point shooting right now has been incredible, and it just really extended this lead to 19, and it's all because of their three-point ability.
Maroons in transition, and this is Sheck for three. It's no good. Rebound Centennial. And Chase Shuddy down the lane, and a layup no good by Luke Winkle, and a loose ball foul on, let's see if they're going to call it on Winkle or Ditmar. They're call it on Winkle, and that's his first. Second team foul on Centennial. 5 on Dowling with 2:40 remaining here in the second quarter. Centennial leads it 34-15 in the boys contest. If you joined us late, Dowling girls defeated Centennial. Dowling 65, Centennial 64. Number 6 beats number 3. And it's, by the way, we're at Johnston Tuesday night.
Oh, it just gets even better. But, the Maroons, as we mentioned earlier, is that they went very young with 4 juniors, 1 senior. Now it's just the opposite. They're a much veteran club with 5 seniors and 1 junior in the lineup for the Maroons.
And Sheck for 3, no good. Loose ball foul on Odie, who was crashing the boards. And Jack will pick up his first.
Again, you can see Coach Thielking just looking for some team chemistry, which is my best 5 that I can put on the court to hopefully stop the bleeding here and hopefully bring these Maroons back.
Centennial with the ball. This is the Jags. They work underneath. As Jack Kirby in the lineup. His shot no good. First time we've seen him tonight, the 6'1 senior. Maroons in transition. They draw the foul. It'll be the third team foul on Centennial. And the foul will be on Jack Kirby. So Kirby, Shuddy, and Winkle with a foul each for Centennial.
Big possession for the Maroons, down 19 with 2 minutes left in the half. Certainly want to get this thing within at least 14.
Get it manageable.
Hopefully 10 maybe before half.
Like single digits. Dowling with the ball. Colin Clark, a head fake. Packs the basket, can't get a shot off. Here's Odie with it, and reverse layup. Good, Jack Odie with a reverse layup. His 5th point.
I was going to say, I don't know too many Clarks that would pass up a shot like that. But Colin, again, didn't feel it. Had a nice open shot, but that's his game. He's looking to get everybody else involved and got Odie involved, who reverse layup and scores for the Maroons.
Caitlin had 45 the other night. Unfortunately, the defense let him down. And a timeout called by Coach Bob Fontana. He's not happy about something. 34-17. Centennial with the lead over Dowling. Minute 25 to go here in the half. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Recognize our sponsors, including Severin's Formal Wear, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Tonight, first Friday night of the high school girls and boys basketball season. Great crowd. Most of them stayed for the boys' game. We were a little concerned about that girls' game. It was electric, that final quarter. It was really electric, and that's hats out to the crowd, the fans, the band, everybody that came, the parents.
I think what can't be said enough is a game like the girls' game and having the shot clock brings so much different intrigue into the game. Normally you would see within 3 minutes teams fouling if you're down by 3 or 4 because other teams will just run the clock out, and you're just not able to do that with the shot clock. So what makes the girls' game so much more interesting is that shot clock and being able to play through that 30, 35 seconds to get that next possession instead of fouling.
All right, minute 20 to go here in the first half. Centennial with the basketball. They've doubled the score on Dowling, 34-17. Centennial works the ball in the corner. Now a skip pass in the lane to Connor Welsh. Now a long three coming. That's no good from the top of the key by Drew Schurz. Rebound Dowling. And Drew Marr back in the lineup for the Maroons. Long three coming. Up and no good in transition. Dowling can't get a shot to fall by Jack Odie. He was feeling it. Rebound comes out to Centennial.
Just not being able to get that three-point shot down. And one of the keys of the game was our three-point percentage in shooting and just not finding it yet.
There's Connor Welsh with it. Dowling looks like a little 1-2-2 zone, trying to trap the ball when they can. Skip pass over to Vasky, right wing three, good. Nick Vasky with his first 3 points of the night. Came in averaging 13 points and his first field goal. And it's 37-17. 20-point lead for Centennial, their largest of the night. Dowling in the front court. Here's Kleppe with, or rather, Drew Marr with it. It's Drew Marr, Colin Clark, along with Riddick Metten.
Playing for the
and
last
Ryan
shot.
Kleppe. 7 seconds. Game clock and shot clock synchronized. Marr for three. It's short off the side. Weak side rebound. Up and no good by the Maroons. And that was Riddick Metten with the missed shot. And we go to halftime with Ankeny Centennial leading Dowling Catholic 37-17 here at the Jaguar Gym here in Northwest Ankeny. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. And one thing I look at here in the score sheet, Jimmy, no free throws attempted by Dowling Catholic in the first half. So not getting to the glass and not getting to the free throw line.
Well, part of that is penetrating to the basket, and you got to create your own fouls. And sometimes the Maroons, are doing a great job at that, and oftentimes they're not getting enough of it. And because of that, you're not getting to the free throw line. I think the Maroons settle for way too many threes right now. I think when you're finding yourself not draining threes, taking the ball to the basket, creating points that way will open up those 3-point shots, because now it brings that defense down, has to respect that dribble drive, which will open up your set shooters.
Centennial 4-4 at the free throw line. They're led at halftime by Chase Shuddy with 11 points. He's followed by Connor Welsh off the bench with 7 points. 5 points for Drew Schurz, 4 points for Evan Bryant, 3 points for Nick Vasky, 3 points for Easton Pratt, and 2 points for Luke Winkle for the Jags. For Dowling Catholic at halftime, the Maroons are led by Jack Odie off the bench with 5 points. And he was followed by Colin Clark and Davis Check with 3 points each. 2 points for Ryan Kleppe and 2 points for the one and only Dante Cataldo, rounding out scoring for the Maroons. Dowling did not attempt or make a free throw in the first half. Halftime score 37-17. Ankeny Centennial boys leading Dowling Catholic, along with Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, and we'll catch up with Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls coach, a winner tonight. They defeat Centennial 65-64. We'll catch up with Coach Meyer after this break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is the Young Catholic Minute.
Why can't gay people get married?
Because the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. We have to deal with the fact that all of creation is meant to lead us to God, so much so that He came down from heaven, became man, and gave up His life to bring us to Him in love. And while our culture gets it confused, we understand that our bodies are united with our souls, and so our love will always be expressed in and through our bodies. When we love in a sexual way, the characteristics of true love, a free, total, faithful, fruitful gift of self, are bodily realities that we must hold to. In a homosexual relationship, love can't be total or fruitful. The two can't become one flesh, nor be fruitful and multiply. Their very person, their body, prevents it. This doesn't mean that there aren't elements of true love in that relationship. There could be a deep, caring, self-sacrificing friendship, but if it becomes sexualized, their bodies have stopped telling the truth and have started living a lie. For more, youtube.com/youngcatholic.
And we're back here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym here in Northwest Ankeny alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Halftime score of the boys contest, Ankeny Centennial 37, Dowling 17. And joined here at halftime by the Dowling girls head basketball coach, Kristen Meyer. Coach, congratulations. Big win tonight, 65-64. What a game it was. First half, second half. Scott Babinett, my color guy. I said, he's nervous. He's going right. He's just, And I said, you sat next to those two down there, or those three down there. And what a game it was. What a great environment, and a big win for Dowling.
That was fun. I mean, two really good teams and shooting well. And we got a little lead, then they came back. They took the lead at the very end. That was just a really fun game. It's always a lot more fun when you end up on the winning side. But either way, just a really competitive, fun game. I thought we played just so much better tonight than we did on Tuesday, which we needed that. We thought we were a little bit flat on Tuesday. So this was a good bounce back.
Oh, it certainly was. And Coach, you look, you trailed by 1 at the end of the first quarter. You go into halftime leading by 6. So a tremendous second quarter and transition into the third quarter. You put 20 points up on a Scott DeYoung team in both quarters. You don't see that very often. It has nothing to do with the shot clock, but that doesn't happen very often.
We go into half, and it was 38-32. I had it written on my board. I go, girls, they're actually giving up 22 points per game right now. But we were hitting some shots, and it was a fast-paced game.
Well, it certainly was. I know in the fourth quarter you'd like to have some of that back. You got outscored 14-7 in the fourth quarter, but you outscored them 20-18 in the third.
Good thing we had a lead.
Yeah, and then the lead, and then you get the ball in the right person's hands. 9 for 9 at the free throw line was your sophomore now, Ava Zediker, who's grown 2 inches. And what a job, what a floor game she had tonight, navigating through all that Ankeny Centennial defense.
Yeah, Ava played really well. And they, especially in the second half, started guarding her much tighter. So we tried a few things with moving the ball around to other people. But, yeah, end of the game, obviously, you got to go back to the one that got you there. And she's obviously our best free throw shooter. So once we got the ball in our hands and held the breath for the block charge call, it ended up going well for us.
It certainly did. It is with Kristen Marr, the Dowling girls coach. The Maroons a winner tonight over Centennial, 65-64. And you look in your scouting report, and what do you take away from Centennial? They're so balanced. They come in. This was their 5th game, so they got a few games under their belt. You have the Kennedy Whites, you have McKenna Clark, you have a Maya Crawford to move in from Cedar Falls. They have so many weapons, but yet you stayed with it defensively. And the one thing I asked Scott, and I think I told your assistant Joel Danner, I said, you're trying to compensate for Emma Gipple, a double-double factor every game last year, and she's down in South Florida playing ball.
Out. She's just tanning all the time.
Who's gonna pick up that slack? And I think you might have found some answers tonight, especially after, I'm sure, a performance you didn't like against Valley on Tuesday.
Well, and the thing is, Emma, she rebounded very well, and she'd score, here and there, but she defended so well. And we have found Lauren Frericks has been a monster defender. Centennial wanted to go into Kennedy White, their post player, who is very good. She's been averaging, 15, 17 points a game. And that's where their offense kind of revolves from what we saw on offense.
Sure.
And Lauren just didn't let her catch. Lauren did just a tremendous job. And then Ellie Muller came in when Lauren picked up a couple fouls and guarded down Ellie had a couple big blocks, a couple good stops. But that's been huge for us. And then we're just trying to pick up points wherever we can. But we always kind of look at things defensive end first and defensive matchup. So really nice job out of our post tonight.
No question. Lauren Frericks unofficially with 9 points. I had Zediker with 24. But off the bench, Marin Heller starting to find her shot. I know she kind of struggled in Minneapolis during the tournament, but did a nice job Tuesday night. Finished with 13 points.
Yeah, she had a couple threes. We shot lights out. I was just looking at stats. I think Lauren and Julia Moore combined to go 5 for 6 on threes. I think Marin maybe 2 for 4 or something. I mean, I don't know what they were, but it was great.
I remember the part in the game. I know it was in the second half. Not sure it was fourth quarter, but here's Julia Moore, the defensive stopper that she is, the soccer player that she is, calling for the ball and drilling a 3.
Why not? Why not?
That's awesome.
If you got that confidence, shoot that baby.
Absolutely. As visiting with head coach Kristen Meyer, Dowling girls a winner tonight, 65-64. Number 6 knocks off number 3. You can throw that out because it's going to be a great season. You're going to get Centennial at your place next month, but you got to feel pretty good. And going into the weekend, a weekend that you don't have to do anything, a weekend that's off, and preparing for Johnston and Waukee next week. That's no big deal, right?
Whoever we've got, it'll be fine. Most of my family's in town. They came to the game tonight. We're doing a family Christmas this weekend, so I'm glad they got to see a really entertaining game.
Well, as Scott Babinett said, he said 2 things. One, So I'm going to give a shout-out to Olwine. I looked and I
They're
said,
down
Olwine's
here.
here.
Yep.
So much for that, unless they're listening on their
Yep.
iPhones. But number 2, he says, Dowling looks much fresher legs tonight than Tuesday against Valley. And I know we were kind of talking a little bit about that. Your thoughts on that?
Well, to be honest, I don't think our legs were any fresher because we got after it pretty good the past 2 days of practice. We were just locked in. I think we were a little bit just not as focused on what we needed to do mentally, and then physically that kind of followed on Tuesday. Tonight we've had 2 good practices. We've tried to just focus in a little bit more on some fundamental work and some things, and we had much better energy tonight, which was really good to see, better communication, and just locked in, ready to go from the start. And so that was really fun to see the girls step up to that challenge, not worry too much about Tuesday, just move on, and now let's go play number 3.
Well, enjoy the win, and looking forward to next week. Still on the road. We're not going to be home for a while.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. In January, when it's cold, then we'll be home.
That's right.
We'll
Coach Marr, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas reunion with your family. And what a way to celebrate with the win over Centennial. It's never easy against those folks. And hats off to Scott DeYoung and his group. They're going to be fine. And
they'll be just fine.
Yeah, they will.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for broadcasting.
You bet. Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls coach, visited with us at halftime. We'll take a break and be back for the second half. Dowling trailing Centennial 37-17 in the boys contest. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Weekdays at 1 p.m., it's Dr. David Anders with Called to Communion. It's a live call-in show for non-Catholics and fallen away Catholics. Called to Communion on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, connecting listeners with Christ.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalwear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalwear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
I am Father Remy Okere, CSSP, Catholic Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Centennial Gym. Boys game underway here in the second half. And Centennial had the basketball first, turns it over, and Dowling comes the other way, and they shoot and score.
Niangi on that, just a turnaround layup in the paint, and those are your high percentage shots that you got to knock down, and that's what Niangi did.
Yeah, he certainly did, and for Niangi, his first 2, and then Centennial the other way, and just when you think you get something going, a long 3 up and good.
What Centennial has done so impressively is moving the ball around and getting it to their shooters to hit uncontested shots, and they knocked down another 3.
And now Niangi, with an offensive foul, used the hook with his elbow to go around his player, and now Centennial scored a 3. I'm not sure which one it was, Jimmy, but then we don't have the board to fall back on.
We don't. I believe it was Brian who hit it in the corner.
So that would be Evan Bryan. That would be his 7th point, and it's 40-19. Centennial by 21. Their largest lead of the night. Now near steal by Dowling, and now Winkle loses it, and Dowling chases it down, and Fergs can't handle it right in front of the Centennial bench to our right. It'll be Centennial basketball and a brand new shot clock.
Just trying to get some momentum. Maroons caused a turnover and then just couldn't secure it on the fast break.
So Centennial will inbound the ball. Evan Bryan, who got the start of the ball game, along with Luke Winkle. Dowling in a...
Looks like the Maroons are gone to a 1-3-1.
Yeah, 1-3-1 zone, and now here's Luke Winkle for 3. Good. He won't be in that long. Winkle with his 5th point. Centennial in that second quarter, Jimmy, 6 made 3s. They got 9-10 in the game.
I had Centennial shooting 63% from the 3-point arc in the entire first half. And
Drew Marr with his 4th point gets loose on the right side. Drew with his first basket of the second half, 4 points, 43-21. Yeah, a lot of 3s drained by Centennial. Now another long three by Schurz. It's no good. Nyangi has it deflected off of him. A long three up and no good. Rebound Drew Morrow. Dowling the other way. Here's Drew. Down the lane. His shot up off the glass too strong, and a rebound out to Centennial.
Certainly a shot you got to convert on the fast break to your dominant side.
Now Centennial the other way. Vasky shot off the glass no good. And a loose ball foul called on Vasky. He's frustrated missing that open layup. That'll be the first team foul on Centennial here in the second half. Dowling with one. 5:41 left to go, third quarter, and it's 43-21, Centennial by 23. Earlier tonight, Dowling girls a winner, 65-64 over Centennial in the top six matchup. Dowling evens its record at 2-2 in girls play. Centennial falls to 4-1, and now getting loose, the shot off the glass good by Davis Sheck. He drew the foul as a basket will count. They're going to get Winkle for the foul, I believe they do, and that is his second.
You look at the adjustment the Maroons have made in the second half, and it's what we talked about is attacking the basket. And, the Maroons, first four possessions have been all attacking the rim, and they've been successful in three of them.
Free throw good by Davis Sheck. Battled foul problems in the first half. He had two first quarter fouls, and they had a kind of Maroons in a 1-2-2 full court press. Trapped the ball in the corner, and now Centennial gets it across. Here's Vasky in the front court. Vasky, Bryan, Winkle. Work underneath, and Bryan with the offensive rebound, and now stolen away by Dowling. Steal by Frericks. He gets down court and saved from going out of bounds by Clark. They work underneath. It's off the glass. Good.
Tremendous pass by Colin Clark, finding Davis Sheck cutting to the basket and finds him, and Sheck converts.
Bob Fontana, the head boys coach at Centennial in his 10th year, calls timeout with 4:55 to go in the third quarter. 43-26 are scored. Centennial with the lead, Jimmy.
The one thing you didn't see the Maroons do a whole lot in the first half was playing their offense downhill. A lot of their passes were side to side and settling for contested three-point shots or a double-teamed layup. Now you're seeing the Maroons playing downhill, attacking the basket. 5 shots in the third quarter, converting 4 of them. All of them have been high-percentage layups.
Let me ask you something. I interviewed Coach Marr, the Dowling girls coach, at halftime. Who'd you interview?
I have a lot of parents who come up and it's awesome.
Oh,
it's awesome.
I knew you were talking to somebody. I just didn't know if you got any feedback.
Oh, I get a lot of feedback.
I didn't know if they were criticizing the broadcast or what was going on. I'm just curious.
Well, if they could hear that, they'd criticize that too.
Again, a shout out to our good friend John Chido, who went under a little surgery. We call that elective surgery when you get your nostrils.
It all depends on what insurance is going to cover.
Oh, okay.
If they don't cover the electives, then you know what? It was a necessary surgery.
I think he's pretty good there. Nice defense that time by the Maroons as Winkle took it to the hole. Frericks with the defense, and Dowling comes away with the turnover. Maroons have it. They work underneath to Nyangi. Backs in. Shot the left hand. Too strong. Rebound comes out to Centennial and Chase Shetty. Oh, Maroons had an opportunity there.
Shot you really wanted. Nyangi got the ball. Lower block. Went up a little bit too strong.
4:20 left to go, third quarter, 43-26. Centennial over Dowling Catholic. Now Centennial, corner three by Vasky, no good, and a whistle and a foul by Dowling. That'll be on Frericks, and 3 free throws coming for Centennial from that corner three by Nick Vasky. That lets the air out of the ball.
It is his second. I think I had him getting his second foul in the first half, but that's Frericks' second foul in the game right now.
And the first of 3 free throws good. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. I want to thank Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. Tonight, second free throw good. One more coming for Nick Vasky. He had 3 points at halftime. And he's got 5 right now and looking for that third straight free throw. And it's good. He has 6 points now, does Vasky. In the Centennial lineup, Easton Pratt will replace Nick Vasky. Chase Shetty was the leading scorer for Centennial at halftime with 11 points. Evan Bryan now with 7. Connor Welsh off the bench with 7. 5 points for Drew Shears. 3 points for Easton Pratt, 3 points for Nick Vasky, and 5 points now for Luke Winkle, scoring for Centennial. Dowling's leading scorer is Davis Sheck with 8 points. 5 points for Jack Odie off the bench for the Maroons. 4 points for Drew Morrow. Colin Clark with 3 points. 2 points for Dante Cataldo and 2 points for Ryan Kleppe and Andrew Niangi with 2 points. All right, there's the scoring in a nutshell. And Dowling with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Maroons with it at the free throw line. Can't get a shot off. Now Morrow for 3. It's no good off the back iron. Rebound cleared out. Evan Bryant comes away with it for Centennial. The other way we go, left to right towards the south basket. All the way down. Layup is good by Evan Bryant. The basket counts and a foul on Dowling. This will be on Davis Sheck, his third. So hats off to Bryant, dribbling down and scoring. And that was a good timeout by Coach Fontana getting his kids settled. The free throw is good, so the and one good by Bryant. He's got 6 of his 10 points here in the third quarter. It's 49-26 Centennial.
Marl's just finding just some tough times getting that shot to be knocked down to three-point range. And his game right now is probably best suited to attack the basket.
Pull-up jumper by Riddick Metten, no good. Centennial the other way, a shot up and no good, and 2 free throws coming for the Jaguars, and Luke Winkle, and a foul on Dowling as they will get Riddick Metten with his second foul. So at the free throw line will be Luke Winkle. Winkle perfect on the year at the free throw line, 4 for 4. And the first free throw good. Other games tonight, Jimmy, in the CIML. Johnson at Ankeny. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Valley is at Waukee. What a matchup that is. Number 3 Waukee at number 2. Number 3 Valley at number 2 Waukee Northwest. Waukee is at Southeast Polk. Second free throw is good by Winkle. Substitution now. Drake Dittmar coming in for Winkle. Other game says Waukee at Southeast Polk, North at Roosevelt, Urbandale at Marshalltown, Hoover at Ottumwa, Lincoln at East. And let's look at some of the matchups tonight in the CIML. 51-26, Centennial with the lead. Over Dowling, approaching the 3-minute mark. Maroons with the basketball in the lane. Shot no good by Ryan Kleppe, and a whistle and a foul. And the basket will now count. Foul on Centennial, and Kleppe works his way in.
Kleppe went up hard for the shot, got it blocked right into Metten's hands, and Metten grabs the ball, goes up to the rim, and converts on an and one.
And Metten now will shoot the and one off the made basket. Free throw rolls off, no good, and the rebound Evan Bryant. And that was Dowling's second free throw of the night. And now we've got carrying the basketball on Centennial. A whistle that on Drake Dittmar.
Dowling changed up to a man-to-man, pretty intense man-to-man. Forced a turnover by Centennial, and I think the Maroons need just to stay in the man-man, try to create as much turnover as you can, and continue to give help defense and see what you can bring this back in with 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Kleppe inbounds the ball and now gets it back and picks it up. Here's Drew Morrow. 2:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling right to left in front of us. Now a long three coming. Up, no good by Davis Sheck. Rebound Centennial and Evan Bryant. Goes in the front court. Underneath. Little up and under move. It's good. Right around Ryan Kleppe. So now it's steal by Centennial, and a long three by Bryant is no good. He now has 12 points, and the ball knocked out of bounds, but a foul on Dowling. Whistle is on Drew Morrow, his second foul. As we'll see Jack Odie check in for the Maroons. And with 2:10 remaining here in the third quarter, it's 53-28 Centennial, and free throws coming here for Connor Welsh. Left-hander hits the first. Welsh was 8 points tonight off the bench for the Jags.
You look out there in the Maroons, you just don't see enough guys looking to score. I think that they're looking around, seeing the Morrows and the Shecks trying to score the basket, and where these guys become great contributors, Scheck and Morrow, is when other guys are looking for their shots, which opens up other shots for those two top scorers.
All right, the other way we go is he makes both free throws. Dowling the other way, and they lose the basketball. Retrieved by Easton Pratt. His shot up and good. Good hustle by Pratt. That's his 5th point.
I think we got some bad information.
57-28 is our score. We do? How did we get that? Sources are usually pretty good. As a whistle and a foul, as Dante Cataldo will go to the free throw line. Maybe they're going to call it out of bounds. So whistle and a foul on Centennial, and head coach Bob Fontana sending in 5 new starters for the Jags.
How is that not a foul on the shot? The Maroons have not taken a free throw shot. I don't think. They did. They took one. Metten took one, and my goodness, they went to I think it's a nose job.
Oh, you're talking about our information that we're now getting, and now a steal by Centennial. Here's Nick Vasky with the steal. He loses it. Retrieved by Joey Oki. Long 3 coming by Schurz. It's no good. Rebound Dowling, and Dante Cataldo comes away with it. Runs the other way with it. Dowling in transition. Ryan Kleppe stops. Gets it over in the corner for Cataldo for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Dowling. Nice hustle underneath by Jack Odie, and he feeds Cataldo for the score. How about that? Nice job by Odie getting the offensive board and finding Dante for the basket. 57-30 Centennial.
Well, you're seeing some desperation out of the Maroons. They get a different lineup with Centennial that may not be working as well together. And
a good play results in another one for Centennial. Back comes Drew Schurz in the lane. A pivot shot up and good. Schurz was with the 7 points, 59-30 Centennial, with 40 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dowling with the basketball on the baseline, and a foul called on Centennial as Cataldo with the basketball. Joey Oki. The guy next to me says it wasn't.
The guy outside of football, the guy next to you bleeds black and gold, or black and silver.
Whatever the colors are. Is it teal? No, I guess that's the other school. Here's in the lane, a shot no good by David Scheck. And a rebound out to Centennial with 20 seconds to go in the half. Now a long 3 coming, good in the corner by Chase Shetty. That's his 14th point.
4 of those have been 3-point shots, I believe.
And a 32-point lead. Centennial blowing this open with 3 seconds to go. Dowling with the ball. Now step back 3 by Scheck at the horn is no good, and we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Ankeny Centennial 62, Dowling Catholic 30, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Back with the 4th quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Hi, this is Matt Wilcomb from Iowa Catholic Radio. We hear so many stories from listeners about the impact this station is having on their lives. Like Angela, who says, I listen first thing in the morning because it starts my day on the right foot by hearing the gospel. Friends, in this season of giving, how about offering the gift of hope through Iowa Catholic Radio? To make a tax-deductible donation to our year-end appeal, just click on the banner at iowacatholicradio.com or call 515-223-1150. Thank you for your support.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
Now we're back here at the Ankeny Centennial Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We go to the 4th quarter with Centennial leading 62-30 over Dowling Catholic. Maroons will have the ball first. Jimmy, you got to look at some numbers through 3 quarters.
Through 3 quarters, Maroons are 11 of 25 from the field, 3 of 17 from the 3-point arc. Just does not shooting well from the 3-point line again, and getting 17 total rebounds and 6 turnovers for For Ankeny Centennial, they are 9 of 19 from the field and 10 of 19 from three-point range, which is 52%. They're just shooting lights out from three-point line. 21 total rebounds and 6 total turnovers for the Jaguars.
Now, Andrew Nyangi at the free throw line for Dowling. He has 2 points tonight. First free throw is good as he was fouled by Joey Oki, his second foul. Team foul number 6 for Centennial. Dowling with 5 team fouls. Both free throws good now by Nyangi. Maroons were 1 of 2 through 3 quarters at the free throw line. Centennial a perfect 12 for 12 at the line.
Yeah.
And it's 62-32, Centennial by 30. Remember, 35-point mercy rule. The clock will run no matter what. And now Centennial gets loose. They break the press, and Oki shoots and scores. That's his first 2 points of the night, 64-32 Centennial.
Oki's a nice little baseball player. I believe he's got an offer sitting on the table from the University of Iowa.
Here's Dowling in the lane, and Cataldo has it stolen away from him. Other way, and a slam dunk by Nick Vasky in transition. Maroons didn't get back, and it's 66-32 Centennial. 34-point lead. Jags get to that 35-point, and it's a running clock. Here's Nyangi with it for Dowling. Right side it goes to Sheck. He picks up his dribble underneath the Nyangi. In the corner it goes to Kleppe for 3. Good. Ryan Kleppe with his 7 point, 5 in the second half. It's 66-35 Centennial. Jags in transition. Corner 3 in and out, no good. Ball slapped around. Into the hands of Dowling and Jack Odie. Odie has the ball stolen away from him. This is Winkle with it. He lays it in. Luke Winkle, a stealing basket. He's got 9 points. 68-35 Centennial. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner, 65-64, as number 6 knocks off number 3 in girls Class 5A basketball. Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 by Cataldo, no good. Tip up and good by Nyangi. So Andrew, offensive putback and score. He's got 7 points for the Maroons, 68-37 Centennial.
Well, the Maroons continue to stay in their 1-2-1 zone or press and put a little bit of pressure on Centennial and see if they can cause some turnovers.
Last year, Centennial beat Dowling 49-40 on a senior night here at the Centennial gym. Dowling leads this series 7-4. Since Centennial started their school back in 2014, that's going to change obviously tonight. 68-37, Centennial comes up empty in the last possession. Long 3, no good by Kleppe. And the rebound out to Centennial. And here's Vasky in the front court. Dribbles the lane and shot up and good. Went right around Jack Odie. Vasky with his 10th point. 70-37 Centennial. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Nyangi spins in the lane to Kleppe. Back to Nyangi. Deep in the post. Fall away jumper, no good. Rebound Centennial and Drew Schurz. The other way we go. Schurz down the lane. He has a block by Nyangi. Rebound by Dowling. That's Odie with the rebound. There's Cataldo in the front court. Centennial drops back to man-to-man. Now Dante has the ball stolen away from him by Winkle. All the way down. His shot up and no good. And a foul on Cataldo. And free throws coming for Winkle. Dante, that'll be his first foul. 4:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. 70-37. Our score.
It's so fun sitting up here with you. I mean, it's just, it's.
Well, what are you going to do next year during football? I mean, half the time you're hanging out with us during the game with the microphone on, but
you're right.
You're not part of the broadcast crew.
You're right.
What are you going to do in football next year when juniors, run the show?
Yeah, I know it. You just got to learn a little bit. And one of it is protecting the basketball. Just not a very smart play by Dante. But at least that's what you get, is a very unbiased opinion out of me. I could have made up an excuse, but I'm not going to give any excuses.
The phones are going to start blowing up here. So
I want to know about this nose job that the director of the elections had. I mean,
he had issues. I had the same thing done about 7 years ago. Now Dowling on the other end, a shot up and good. Nice move that time by Riddick Metten with his 4th point. 71-39. I had the same thing. It's nasal surgery, deviated septum, all that. but he's saying it's not. So there's some issues here.
I can see it's something where he slipped in the bathroom and fell and hit his nose on the toilet, and he's calling it a nose surgery.
Wow. I don't know about that.
That could easily be it.
Medic picks up the foul as Centennial attacks the glass. That's his third. Free throws coming now for Jack Kirby in the lineup for Ankeny Centennial, 6'1" senior. First one up and no good. That's the 17th foul on Dowling. 71-39 Centennial. Second free throw coming. And good. So Kirby picks up his first free throw. And Dowling with the basketball, trailing 72-39 to Centennial. This is Metten with it. Dribbles in the lane. Spin move. Nice strong move. Drew the foul as he attacked the glass. That is how you attack the glass right there. Foul will be on Jack Kirby, his second, is what Riddick Metten did.
Well, that's what Riddick brings to the table is a taller individual for at least this Maroon team, but somebody who's very athletic, can attack the basket, and you need to see a little bit more of that. And at the end of the day, I think the Maroons have to find themselves needing to knock down three-point shots, and they're just not hitting those three-point shots.
Moves like that. Tell me he was coached last year by Mr. Nicholson, Coach Nicholson, Zach, and Stevie Sarcone at the sophomore level. That's
I think you're giving way too much credit.
Am I?
Well,
I'm trying to pass.
Riddick transferred over to us from Waukee, and this is his second year in our program. But
so much for that.
We knew he was a very talented basketball player.
And his first free throw is good after some moisture on the floor, and they finally got it taken care of. Metten with his 5th point tonight off the bench, 6'4" junior. Now there's Bob Fontana emptying his bench. Easton Pratt and Jack Kirby, or Easton Pratt and Evan Bryan sit down. Second free throw good by Riddick, who has 6 points tonight, 2 for 3 at the line, 72-41 Centennial. Joined us late. Dowling girls a winner, 65-64 in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Now corner three up, good. That is Drake Dittmar, his first 3 of the year. And of course, that gets the bench going.
At least Pauly could be saying that maybe these three-point shots are sponsored by somebody that maybe Taco John's is giving out free Olays or something.
There you go,
tonight.
Giving out free publicity. It's the sponsor sheet right here. You go off.
Wait, where is that?
Yes. Right here. You go right off. Any one of those.
Is Tamiya's here? No. Skeffington's.
There you go.
I remember back in the day when Skeffington's would give away, these tuxedos for dances. My grandfather used to send me over to Skeffington's every time for the dance. And
is this the same guy that you raided somebody's tomato garden or their vegetable garden? Is this the same guy that's doing that? I think I remember this story.
He had some honey holes.
Yeah, I remember this story. Centennial with the basketball. Long three coming. It banks off the glass. Good. That's Harrison Jensen with the 3, and Centennial can't miss.
Hey, everything's going in.
The crowd just went nuts. Bank shot off the one of the 10 through 15 players on the bench. Hats off to him. 78-41 Centennial. Dowling the other way. Metten with it, and he draws the foul before he can get a shot out. I like how Riddick Metten plays. Yeah, so anybody on the spot you want to give a shout out, you can certainly do that.
Catholic Tuition Organization.
Sure. Fouls on Jack Kirby, his third. Metten to the line for Dowling. 18th foul on Centennial. Go ahead.
I just need to apply for the Catholic Tuition Organization because
why?
Catholic Tuition is. I've sent 3 through Dowling. It's been great. Ashworth Vision Clinic.
Well, the first 2 were girls, so they had to be good.
Yeah,
you got Anna and Mia through.
Construction professionals.
Yes. They do exist.
It's one of those. It's people like that I need to contact for my patio. I need to redo my patio.
Well, stop. We know a guy. We all know a guy. It's a neighborhood guy. His name is Skig. He does all that, doesn't he? That's what I've been told for your neighborhood.
He's breaking down. Skig has.
He just
he's
had an
operation.
on
1 foot.
He's fine.
Well, I don't know what's going on in the neighborhood.
He put up his Christmas lights. He's fine.
The guy across the street is getting a nose job, and the guy.
It's not called that, by the way.
Next door is.
Here we go. 78-41 Centennial. Dowling the other way. Corner 3 is no good. Back to live action. I thought we were just going to do some reads, and you end up doing nothing. Cole Southard with the miss. Rebound Centennial. I thought he was just going to help out here. Out of control. We never had this problem in football. Mr. Maindring and John Chido, they do a good job. We stay focused, a little bit of fun during the post game when we interview people, but not during.
When the Maroons are down 37, I think you got to start. It's like nothing to see.
That's a running clock, by the way. You know that.
A gentleman going to check in here is Alier, is a young man working through the program who's trying to develop his skills. And he's
Alier Agal.
He's 6'8".
I've been waiting for that all season. Alier Agal, 6'8", junior. Going to check in. Minute 15 to go. Centennial, 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper, no good by Brady Baker. And a rebound out to Dowling.
Some Maroons that have checked in that we haven't seen yet this year. Jackson Trine, Gabe Reinhardt, Jack Jepson, Danny Nielsen. And you had mentioned Colt Southard already.
Yep. Danny Nielsen with the ball, and he tried to reverse pass, and he drew the foul. It'll be on Dalton Rost in for Centennial. Jags will check in Ure Ducali, number 44, into the Jaguar lineup. He'll replace Harrison Jensen. And free throws coming for Danny Nielsen. And the tight ends in the Dowling offense.
Yep.
And free throw is no good. That's a 19 foul on Centennial. Front end of a 1-on-1. Rebound comes out to the Jags. Baker with it. Left side it goes to Dalton Rost. Rost on the baseline. Skip pass over to Baker. Won't shoot the three. Leaves it for Cale Jones. Inside to Ure Ducali, and he has it stolen away. Picked up by Dowling. This is Nielsen with it. It's in the front court with 20 seconds to go, or 30 seconds to go, excuse me. Long three, no good. I think that was Jack Jepson with the miss, who's in there. Rebound, Jack Jepson. Jack picks up his dribble at half court, gets it to Nielsen. Right side it goes. Final 10 seconds. Jackson Trine over in the corner. Underneath to Agal. He has it taken away from him. Out front for three. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and that'll do it. 78-41, the final. Ankeny Centennial improves its record to 3-0 with the win tonight, 78-41. Jaguars move to 2-0, and they will travel to Valley next Tuesday night for a girl-boy doubleheader. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons fall to 0-2, and the Maroons will travel to Johnston on Tuesday night. That'll be our next broadcast here in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. So the team split here tonight. Dowling girls a winner in game one, 65-64. And it's Ankeny Centennial, the win tonight here in game two, 78-41 over Dowling Catholic. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo, we will take a timeout, total up our numbers, come back and give you final scoring and statistics. And we'll take this 2-minute break here on our network stations. Thanks to Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer, for producing tonight's game. Again, the final, 78-41, Centennial over Dowling in the boys contest. We'll take a 2-minute break and return here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It can be easy to look at how someone is dressing or acting and judge them. But have you ever thought about how much grace is available in these situations? The next time someone makes a questionable decision, instead of judging and condemning, uphold their dignity for them. We do greater good by lifting them up in prayer and respecting their personhood than if we mentally tear them apart in our thoughts. We can uphold the dignity of others even when they are unable to recognize their own value.
Whatever happened to the modern world? Hi, this is Cy Kellett, host of Catholic Answers Live. Join me on Saturday, December 10th at the Embassy Suites downtown for Iowa Catholic Radio's Dinner in December. I'll be speaking about what we can do to help recover a modern world fit for people. Plus, enjoy a fabulous meal and fellowship with your Iowa Catholic Radio family. Register today at iowacatholicradio.com, iowacatholicradio.com, and I'll look forward to seeing you on December 10th in downtown Des Moines.
Weekdays at 5 p.m., it's Catholic Answers, a live call-in program to offer Catholics and non-Catholics a chance to talk with world-class apologists and theologians. Catholic Answers, live on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, connecting listeners with Christ.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610, ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Jack Williams from EWTN's Open Line. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Centennial Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Final score in the boys contest tonight. It was Ankeny Centennial 78, Dowling Catholic 41. And in the girls game, it was Dowling Catholic defeating Centennial by the score of 65-64. And Coach Cataldo, you got to look at some of the statistics from tonight's game. I'll take care of the scoring when you're finished there.
Certainly. The Maroons just struggled to put the ball in the basket again tonight, and the recipe becomes 41 total points, but shot 13 of 30 from the field tonight for 40%. Again, just 4 of 23 from the three-point arc, equaling about 17%. 23 total rebounds and 11 turnovers for the Maroons. For the opponents, Ankeny Centennial Jaguars shot lights out, and so you get that, and you get 78 total points. 54% from the field, Ankeny Centennial was, and 52% from the three-point arc. It just seemed like everything they threw up went in, and resulted in 78 total points. 25 total rebounds and just 8 turnovers. And, this is going to be, the recipe for the Maroons if you're not going to be able to knock down shots and defense breaks down and you're going to continue to struggle in these games. And each and every night these opponents are just so difficult in the CIML. I think what just the Maroons need to find is just some balanced offense, motion cutting. When they found success in the second half, it was attacking the basket, playing the game downhill rather than side to side. And if they can see that on film and find more ways to do that, I think you're going to see more success come out of the Maroons.
Yeah, it certainly shows that in the numbers. I know Centennial was able to get the running clock going at the end. They had 4 players, Jimmy, in double figures. Dowling did not have anyone in double figures. And, that's just a testament to, number one, the defense that Centennial applied tonight. It seemed like when Dowling would get something going positively, here comes a 3, and Centennial, as you mentioned from those numbers, shot lights out from the field and from three-point range.
And that's what we talked about Ankeny Centennial in pregame, is that their balanced scoring, is that they have 4 kids average double digits, and that's what you saw out of them tonight. It's tough to guard. When you get 4 kids who are scoring consistently on the court, it's tough to rotate and continue to maintain defense if you're getting beat on the dribble drive. So, the Maroons will bounce back. We'll watch the film and figure out what lineup works best for them and continue to grow chemistry and see where they can find their success moving forward.
11 players scored for Centennial tonight. We'll get to their scoring, but for Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had no one in double figures. Dowling led by Davis Scheck with 8 points. He was in foul trouble in that first half. He was in and out of the lineup with 2 fouls, but he finished with 8. 7 points for Ryan Kleppe off the bench for Dowling Catholic. 6 points each for Andrew Nyangi and Riddick Metten. And then Jack Odie off the bench with 5 points. 4 points for Dante Cataldo. 4 points for Drew Morrow. And 3 points for Colin Clark, as the Maroons went 5 of 9 at the free throw line. Centennial 15 of 16 for the night at the free throw line. So, Jimmy, there you go in a nutshell. Centennial has 11 players in the scoring column, and Dowling has 8 in the contest. I know everybody played basically the whole roster, but that says a lot. You mentioned
I think one thing that jumps out in at least Dowling scoring is Drew Morrow with 4 points, and that's just a kid that you need to light up the scoreboard. And here's the thing with Drew Morrow is that you can see the effort and the attitude on the court. Is there's nobody that's competing harder on the floor than Drew Morrow. He's just finding it hard to find those open shots and finding ways that he is going to best contribute to this team. And you can tell that the Maroons are trying to run offenses that run through Drew and get Drew the ball to score the basket. But, maybe the better opportunity is to get more guys cutting the basket and finding ways to get the defense off of Drew, and that these opponents are overplaying Drew so much that it becomes tough for him to take the ball to the basket so contested. So finding ways to get Drew on the scoreboard more often, maybe ways in which you spread the court out more and try to get dribble drives, and finding ways to cut and throw the ball out to Drew on the corners, or find ways to get Drew to bring the ball down the court, especially with Joey Coppola not in the lineup right now, is finding ways to get Drew Marr to bring the ball down the court and have him create the plays to the basket, finding guys maybe who's sitting on the angles to knock down those shots. But unless the Maroons start hitting more three-point shots, it's going to be tough for them to compete in these games.
Yeah, especially in this league, a very tough league, and Centennial has a lot back from last year. They graduated a few, but they lost one kid whose dad was the assistant coach at Iowa State, moved out, and is now the head coach at Cleveland State. So they've had their worries with kids leaving, but that was one of the starters that Coach Fontana was talking about. But I'll tell you what, this is a group that he likes. They're playing well together, and it certainly showed tonight. Maroons had no answer defensively for them because they found the hot hand, who, regardless of where it was, and when you have 4 players in double figures at the high school level, that tells you that he can count on a lot of people.
Well, if you're Bob Fontana, you're pretty excited about your team's effort and the way they're shooting the ball and the way they're distributing the basketball. Certainly is a great thing this early in the season, having 4 players averaging double digits, 4 kids tonight scoring double digits, and you become very tough to defend if that's how your scoring distribution is going.
Centennial got out to a 17-5 first quarter lead. They outscored Dowling 20-12 in the second quarter. Jaguars led 37-17 over Dowling at halftime. And in the third quarter, Centennial outscored the Maroons 25-13. Jags led 62-30 going into the fourth quarter, and they outscored Dowling 16-11 in the fourth quarter to win it. 78-41. Dowling dropping to 0-2 on the season. Centennial to 2-0. We mentioned Dowling's next game will be at Johnson Tuesday night. We'll have the girls and boys contest here in Iowa Catholic Radio beginning at 6 o'clock. And then a week from tonight, Dowling will be at Waukee. The Waukee boys ranked number 1. So that's what's next for the Maroons. The defending runner-up, so the runner-up from last year, Johnson, and the preseason number 1 Waukee next week. So you all ready for that?
Well, I think you look at it and you're happy you don't see Trey Lewis come Tuesday night, but shoot, Johnston has so many kids back that they're going to be extremely competitive, and the Maroons got to figure some things out here, on their offensive side of the court, and hopefully get more guys to rotate a defense. And again, I mean, you can't when guys are hitting shots like Ankeny Centennials are hitting shots, and bank 3-point shots. I mean, you just sit there and just shake your head and just wonder what can you do to eliminate that, and you really can't. So you got to hope you find some nights when kids are missing shots, and then your offense is clicking, and then you got to find some luck here and there, and you got to create it based on what you see on film and what you're going to be your best lineup moving forward.
All right, Centennial now with the win Tuesday night, 60-51 here at Ankeny Centennial over Urbandale, and then tonight defeating Dowling 78-41. The Jags are 2-0, and they play at number 3 Valley, and boys play next Tuesday night, and then they travel to Ames on Saturday next week. So they have Tuesday off. They don't. It's Friday and Saturday. They have Tuesday off next week, so they got a week off, and they play back to back. Well, Jimmy, that'll wrap up our coverage tonight. Appreciate you making it out. Young man, right down there, needs a ride home. I think.
I think he's ready to rip the steering wheel off the car, But that's
so you're going to let him drive, huh? Okay, good for you. Attaboy, Dad.
I got to get back to Emma and find out what happened to my neighbor's nose.
Well, my phone's blown up, so I'm sure we got an explanation. But that'll be your neighborhood thing to get worked out this weekend. And please work it out this weekend before it becomes a Monday morning.
I mean, the guy took time off to get a nose job or whatever, the deviated septum, and
you got Pollock cracking up over here. He's that's not good. Jimmy, thanks. Best of luck, and please take care of your neighborhood situation. All right. All right. Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. I want to thank him and Scott Babinette for helping out tonight. This is Mark Amadale, and again, the final scores to the final time tonight. I want to thank everybody here at Ankeny Centennial High School. They're new athletic director Nate Lindgren, Blake Krukscheik, and Marge Rasmussen. Thanks to all those folks, including their head coaches tonight, Scott DeYoung and Bob Fontana, for helping us prepare. Our thanks to Kristen Meyer, and Clay Fieldking, the Dowling coaches, and all the folks behind the scenes at Dowling, as the Maroons come to Centennial, and they split a doubleheader. Girls game, 6th-ranked Dowling defeating Ankeny Centennial 65-64 in a thriller in Game 1. And it was the Ankeny Centennial boys defeating Dowling 78-41 in Game 2. So that'll wrap things up for our broadcast tonight. On behalf of everybody from Iowa Catholic Radio, thanks for listening, and we'll be on the air Tuesday night from the Johnston Gym, 6 o'clock with our pregame show, Dowling at Johnston, as the Maroons begin the season with 5 games on the road, and we'll be there on Tuesday night. I hope you can join us for the broadcast. From all of us here at Iowa Catholic Radio, for Jimmy Quintado, Scott Babinette, this is Mark Amadale, and Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. Have a safe and blessed, faith-filled weekend.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.